hanging from a thread till you dead. Cause your partner put a price on your head. Cause your chick was laying up in his bed. She getting details, spitting every word that you said. She working retail, thirsty bitch just trying to get ahead. If history tell us anything, y'all both end up dead. It's just a street tale of fable, some shit someone said. Sit at the table and hope there's more to offer than bread. Pulled out the cradle, first steps you getting chased by a fed. No head starts, just body parts and lead sparks. Old religion, brand new hate and weak hearts. Oligarchs, krakens, dragons, you see sharks. Imagine you could manage to maneuver the deep parts. You a savage, you can have it, just show how your teeth sharp. If you could grab it, you could stab it, just aim for the bleeding heart. The ones that show compassion, a soldier that seeks art. Does the artist that wage war take over or take part? Taking a knee, thinking no one faithful is me. I'm good people in bad lands, no evil live within me. I mind mine, I'll survive, find this lands for the free. If I'm mistaken, I'm forsaken, no one rescuing me. Residual effects, stray bullets through familiar necks. For any number of infractions that I deem disrespect. Your beliefs, you deserve better, but we both in the shit. You just haven't come to grips with it yet. Fight or flight, and they ain't really nowhere to go. If your back is against the wall and you ain't throwing no blows, you gon' crumble in the rubble, become blood in the snow. If you a victim, they collect them, grab the body and go. Dig them and ditch them, total disregard for the soul. Gas them and lit them, watch the flesh burn in the glow. Where we live and catch a shivering, it's a hell you don't know. Your best hope is that your dying ain't slow, or your dying's a show. Where we at, it's every man for his own. A bloody backdrop, where killers just zone and slice flesh to the bone. Masked and gloved up front of your home. A flash of gun, but the side of your dome. Fresh blood from a stone, dents in your sense. Kick your fucking ball through the fence, dare you to say something. No sense in sitting around in suspense. Find out what's next, open your fucking mouth, disrespect. See the extent of how my life is intense. She beautiful and oppressed in a permanent summer dress. She a servant and still she blessed. Children cradled against her breast, whispering prayers, wishing their souls the best, knowing that they forgotten, not forgetting they're blessed. The bloodiest red lights, just piles of dead life. Something must be broken, the glyphs wasn't read right. You think them Bible papers will shed light? Yeah, right. Burn after reading, tell the preacher I'm leaving. What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the Ill Cartel. I am your host, Shy Ill, and we are back in the building on this lovely Monday night. All right, salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Hopefully y'all started off the week on a good note, getting after that money. Salutes to you. I appreciate y'all. And we got some stuff to talk about tonight. What is popping, y'all? What is good? Salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for being here. Right? All right, hit that like button. The math ain't mathing. Mad disrespectful. All right? Your boy puts in work. Hit that like button. Least you can do is hit that like button. 29 concurrent viewers, 7 likes. Coño, man. No mami.
No mommy's weak.
All right? Shout out Shannon. Salutes to Shannon. Saludos on this Manic Monday. All right? Shannon had me playing the Bengals this morning. Shit, on some Manic Monday shit. Salutes. All right? Shout out Zoraida. Happy Monday, Shy. Hope you had a good weekend. It was a productive weekend. Salutes. Productive weekend. All right, don't forget to hit that like button. I agree. All right, let's cut the bullshit. The least you could do is free. All right, if you made it through the intro, you still here, you might as well hit that like button. All right, salutes. Salutes to Shannon's weekend. Hit that like button. Shout out Rava. Shout out Robert. Appreciate you. He was right to anyone. I agree. I agree. That's it. It's time to end it. It's not good. Not good. Salutes. Well, I'm glad you're here. All right. Shout out Velez. He says he's a dueño de palenque. He's singing a song and shit. You gotta relax, man. Got all kind of emojis and shit. Shout out Velez. All right. Shout out Pure Art. No work today? All right. You got the day off. Relax. Pure Art is wilding already, early. All right. Shout out Glory Days on the check-in. Appreciate you. Shout out Malcolm. Needed this while I'm at work. I understand the feeling. Get that money.
Millions.
Get that money. All right. Shout out Pure Art. Again, hit that like button. A couple of things we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the funeral, or what seems to be a funeral for Mencho. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about them releasing his body and watch some video of the body getting picked up. Watch some video of the funeral. We're going to speak on his daughter, who I believe is a fugitive, who supposedly showed up to the funeral. We're going to talk about how the funeral was protected by soldiers all over the place. We're going to talk about Pierre Rausini's prediction that Mencho's days were numbered. And then we might take a look at that footage of these reporters, picking up 50 cal shells and, little barbecue sauce, blood stain on the wall, and how we didn't see no bullet holes or, nothing crazy. We're going to talk about that, all right? We're here for a good time, not a long time. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. La barrita está abierta on this Monday night. And, boom. Salute to everybody that's been watching the coverage that we've been doing. We have a playlist dedicated specifically to the coverage of this whole El Mencho situation. It has been in control of the news cycle as of recent, especially when it comes to this channel. We had to make sure after that peak on that live stream that we didn't fall into a hole, and we did not. We kept it moving forward. We put pressure on the story. Again, we have a playlist. I'll drop the link for that in the chat. A playlist of our coverage from beginning to end up to now on this story. Make sure you check out the videos that we put out. The edits that we put out there are much more streamlined and much more focused than our live streams. Our live streams, we're having fun. We're getting to the story. But when I edit them down, they're nice and concise. Make sure you hit the like buttons on those. Leave a comment, hype them up, all that good stuff. Make sure you check out our playlist, Surviving El Chapo playlist, Cartel Wives, Cartel Chronicles, our Mayo playlist, our Cartel with 2 L's, the Tell playlist, our Trader playlist. Like, yo, you ain't gotta go nowhere else. You can spend your days here.
At Velas 408 sent $9.99 on YouTube.
Shout out to Velez for the beer. Salutes to you, sir. I appreciate you. All right. Got my first beer on deck. All right, let's get through this chat. Yo, bro, I don't know if your takes are facts or you. Anyways, I'm facts, bro. Salutes. All right, salutes to Anthony. I've been watching the show since your first story with the twins. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Salutes to you, mi hermano. Salutes to you. Salutes to Brooklyn. Salutes to all my homies out there. I appreciate y'all. Talk. Okay, cool. Talk facts. Got you. Salutes. I appreciate you. Es lunes, plebada. Andamos a pura vergazo. Really, you gotta relax. He's on 12 right now. On a Monday. Imagine Velez when the weekend hit, boy. Sheesh. Coño, man. Está una cosa crazy. Was that Rocha at the funeral proceeding? I didn't see him. I didn't see him. I didn't see him. All right, salute, Shy. Happy Monday. I'm about to get on the road. Got to deliver this load to Texas tomorrow morning. Much love, Shy. Salute to you, Lawrence. Safe travels. Get that money.
Millions.
Get that box out of your possession and get that money. Eyes on the road. Eyes on the road. If we hear from you again tonight, we put you in the fucking bag. 24 hours if we hear from you again tonight. All right, salutes. Shout out Willie Palms. Hell yeah, unexpected live stream. Just did my pre-trip for my night drive to Colorado. Hope everyone's doing well. Have a good week. Had to check in so my ass don't see the bathroom. If we hear from you again, you're gonna get 24 hours, just like Lawrence.
Put him in the fucking bed, you might.
Yeah. Velez se puso las pilas. He's ready to go on a Monday night. All right, man. Let's see. Shout out my brother Oso in the building. All right. I think we're good here. I appreciate y'all. Keep hitting that like button if you haven't done so already. Shout out Anthony. How did they find and Mencho that fast? And yet Ivan and his brother are nowhere to be found. Somebody flipped on somebody. Well, we've heard all kind of theories. That's one of them. Again, the misinformation is at an all-time high. I'm going to show y'all a video of one of those things that I saw that created some crazy narrative that didn't exist. We keep hearing fake AI phone calls, all of the above. That's why I don't trust anything, and I'll be very wary about what I cover. All right? But as far as them finding him that quick, how quick was it? The boy been on the run for a long time. The other guy's been on the run for a long time, too. They ain't been caught. When their day comes, we'll say, why is it taking so long? So, I don't know that it's long more than it's a decision. I believe they got eyes on these fools. And when they decide, you know what, today's that dog's day.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail.
You know, I feel like it's more of a decision than time. I feel like they know where they're all at. You know, they tell you that they could see you scrolling on your phone, sitting on your toilet. You know what I'm saying? That they listening and watching through the TV and through the computer and through the cameras and non-cameras and you know, it's like, I think they can get anybody whenever they want to. It's a choose thing as far as I'm concerned. Chestnut checkers. Yeah, when Papi Trump decides it's the best time, you know what? We need a headline. We need a headline today. Can we get a headline? Send a special forces unit to go get this fucking guy over here. Right? He's killed 1 million Americans with his drugs. Go get him. Right? We need this attention off of me. Get it off. The attention is huge. All right, we about to get into it. Let's get it. I'm going to start with, let's see, first, his body being recovered.
Shout out Pete Never. I couldn't find you on YouTube. Surprise, surprise. Of course you couldn't. Right? It's called suppression and oppression. God damn. Shout out Bolas Peludas. Saludos Shaya. Funeral. Vato belong in la basura. His family would beg to differ. Right? His people would beg to differ. Again, I'm no cheerleader for these men. So, I hear you. All right, Mexico needs to get that mad. Let's see. I'm looking for a specific video. I should have had it lined up. I did have it, but again, so much information everywhere. Let's see. All right. Yeah, these reporters are just walking through that place like it was nothing. Let me see. Would you trust a Mencho with your house? I wouldn't trust lesser motherfuckers with my house. $500K and then damn. Nah, yeah, I'm straight. I've learned what I need to know about these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that $500K. All right? I'll take that $500K. Shout out Darian. Salutes. Yeah, I'm not trusting nobody with my house. All right, shout out Miguel Lopez on the check-in. Salutes. There it is. Let's see if there's any in English. English,
motherfucker, do you speak it?
All right, we're going to have to go with this one.
Última hora, tras haberse dado a conocer.
Let me see if this got a... Oh, it does. Let's get the AI guy in the building. The deli guy. I heard the waiter was involved in the murder of Panu. You talking about Panu, Pete? You talking about that Mexico City murder? Yeah, we be hearing a lot of shit. I'm going to show y'all some of the shit I heard recently. Shout out Bolas Peludas. Giving that vato a funeral is like giving Bin Laden one. Let me ask you something. How about the other ones? The other ones, it's okay to give them a funeral? Or is it just that one you don't like? I'm just asking. You know, we don't hear from you too often around here. I want to know. Is it all of them? I'll tell you what. People are asking for pictures of him. We got as many pictures of him as we got in a Bin Laden. People are like, pictures or it didn't happen. Like, relax. It still happened. Shout out Anthony. We do twins here tonight. Nah, we don't. You know, not all the time. It's cool when they're here, but we don't need nobody. We be here many a night on our own. All right, again, hit that like button if you have yet to do so. Let's get it. Example, what happened to Miles' son out there running the show? Now he ain't get caught. How he ain't get caught like that? Those are good questions. I'm pretty sure that Maito Flaco still has some connections that his father cultivated over half a century that keep him right outside the perimeter of capture. But, you know, like Jay said, his belief is that they're next. All of them. We'll see. We'll be here to cover it. Shout out Pete. Yep, I knew. Okay. The waiter, huh? I don't doubt it. Somebody dropped dime on dude. And again, the internet blamed everyone. Shout out Miguel Lopez. That's the name of the prison in El Salvador? Yeah, CISA. They call it CICA. I don't like it. In Mencho, killed in U.S. war in Iran less than a week. Yeah, less than a week is crazy. Papas, they don't want to be in the headlines. They got to keep themselves out of the headlines. PR, public relations. Let's go solve all our problems. And the week before, they said, hey, aliens are real. Hold on, let me start up the Twitch stream and the Kick stream because I've been neglecting them. All right? Papa, they even threw aliens. Shout out Velez. 100% he has the connections. Yeah, but not all of them. Not all the ones that Vicentillo was gonna get. Shout out Bolas. He said, no. All the pieces of shit who caused mierda, including corrupt politicians. That's it. All right. See, I'm with you. We're not gonna pick and choose. We get them all the fuck out of here, including the president. Get them all out of here, including the old president that was in that motherfucker. Get him the fuck out of here too. All right, boom. Here we go. This is them collecting his body. Now remember, we spoke on recently, Friday's stream. I believe we spoke on them not having anyone to collect the body. Why? Because what we hypothesized and what Jay thought was, these people don't want to get snatched up by the law on the way to go get them, or as they go get them, because they're all implicated in one way, shape, form, or fashion. And supposedly, according to a TikTok video that I saw, that I take with a punch of salt, supposedly they had tried to put a legal intermediary between them and the government to retrieve his body. I don't know how true that is. I don't vouch for it. We spoke on it, but we spoke on that with that mentality that everything that we hear right now could be bullshit.
Bullshit.
Let's get it.
Breaking news after it was announced that the kingpin of organized crime, we are talking about El Mencho, also known as Nemesio Oseguera. The Attorney General's office reported that this Saturday, just a few minutes ago, the body of this person, Nemesio Oseguera, alias El Mencho, was handed over to his family after completing all necessary protocol procedures and performing genetic tests to confirm that there were indeed blood ties between the person who requested the handover and Dorado Oseguera. Nah.
What the fuck did he say?
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
It's wild. El Yogurt is Mencho's best successor to the CJNG. There's many people that would disagree with that. And they're all in the chat. They're all in the Discord, and they're all on the internet. A lot of people would disagree with that and say, well, he was just with somebody else's crew a couple years ago. And they'd say this one is more, but he don't have the gunman. And then this one is more family, but he don't have the gunman. It's like, well, I don't know. I don't know if there's a best successor. You know what I'm saying? I think they're going to fight it out, and then eventually somebody will be the, whatever's left, that person will have. All right? See, you're going to find all kind of different people. Everybody's saying that Nene told on everybody. He's here in Brooklyn, MDC. Everybody talks about him. How they got him alone. Can't talk to nobody in the hole all day. Yeah, he's going to... They're trying to break his brain if that's the case. Those flower arrangements were crazy big and very well detailed. Yeah, we're going to look at those too. If Mencho told you to work for the CJNG, would you do it? Now your question, the earlier question was good. This shit is getting, well, that one was ridiculous too, but this one is just like, first of all, ain't nobody gonna tell me to do shit. Can't nobody tell me to do shit. And then would you do it? That's just obvious. I like working for me. So, 3's probably gonna get the Valencia's backing, indeed. And again, just like I said, Yogurt, was in another cartel. I mean, so was Mencho, no? With the Valencias first, and then moved on to his own shit. Let's get it.
Breaking news after it was announced that the kingpin of organized crime, we are talking about El Mencho, also known as Nemesio Oseguera. The Attorney General's office reported that this Saturday, just a few minutes ago, the body of this person, Nemesio Seguer, alias El Mencho, was handed over to his family after completing all necessary protocol procedures and performing genetic tests to confirm that there were indeed...
So if they perform genetic tests to, evidently, with us not getting pictures yet, evidently, according to the official story, they have authenticated who he is, located his DNA, used his DNA, and then used it to authenticate his family to him. So, as far as they're concerned, they officially have him, DNA proven. I know y'all ain't gonna believe that, but it is what it is. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Shout out Sizzly, what I miss? I got no notification. It be like that. YouTube don't always treat me well in the form of notification. Shout out Raven on the check-in. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I heard OnlyFans model snitched on Mencho's location to get him killed. I don't believe that story. There was a phone call attached to that. That phone call, 100% pure garbage, AI bullshit. And that girl says that she hadn't been to Mexico in years, and they've ruined her life. The internet. Again, the internet can wake up, and I can wake up tomorrow, make up mad shit. A lot of y'all gonna run off and tell somebody that shit. And it becomes news throughout the day. And it says where the biggest launderers for the CJ&G. Nothing too dramatic. Just got started. Absolutely, just got started. So yes, so they cross-reference the DNA between his family and his body.
Blood ties between the person who requested the handover and Dorado Seguera. Now, El Mencho was the leader of the powerful criminal organization Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación, who fell last weekend in a confrontation with the military, who launched an operation to arrest him in a town in Jalisco in central Mexico. The Attorney General's
AI be having a whole fit. AI be sounding crazy as hell.
I'm in your bubble. I'm in your bubble.
office has not given further details about the identity of the family members who claimed the body, who claimed of this former kingpin and leader of a criminal cell. And this Wednesday, the agency reported that it had received a letter delivered by someone who claimed to be the legal representative of Hoyo Cosizo's family, in which the release of his remains was requested.
Yo, did you get the Indian translation? No, man. I did not. All right, he was speaking English when he started this shit. He's still speaking English, but you saying it's the Indian version. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Shout out Pete. Did you get a shadow ban? I don't think so, because we still getting views and likes and subs. I just think that they they don't they're not very good with the notifications, and they don't fuck with me like that yet. So we'll see how this goes. Hold on. Boom. All right. Welcome back, pal. Shout out 509 on the check-in. My gut feeling is telling me it was AI, because I don't think Mencho would let anybody take a picture of him. Just the phone call alone and screaming out the girl's name, it's just all bullshit, man. And again, we got to be very careful, because it is an everyday thing. We are getting more bullshit than we're getting real shit. The places we used to look for the official story are running with bullshit. Our governments are running with bullshit. There's nobody we can trust, nobody we can believe. Everything with a punch of salt. Period. Everybody just talk about Mayo and Los Chapitos, but Chapo's brother is active, and you don't hear nothing about this man. His pocket's super deep. They don't even mention him anymore. They mentioned his ass when they tried to get him the other day. They mentioned him when they burnt down his they burnt down his family, palapa and shit. So he's out there. He made a threat to everybody involved in the war and said, hey, man, you step on mine, I go crazy on you. Well, they sent him a couple fuck yous. He sent some fuck yous back, and so he's been mentioned. At least on this channel he has. So upper echelon, bro, it's AI. We know, yeah, it's a conspiracy. Motherfucker. Shout out upper echelon on the check-in. Salutes. Shout out 509. Yeah, it's AI bullshit.
Bullshit.
We're getting a lot of bullshit from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's a conspiracy, right? What the fuck?
It was requested. Without giving further details, since the operation that ended with the death of El Mencho, no image has been released of the criminal leader.
They'll be like, nah, it was a different dude. They sent a different dude in there, and then they matched his DNA to his own family. And, okay. There's going to be a million theories when we're done with this shit. They're going to be in the comments. It's okay, though. It's the way the human mind works.
Or his bodyguards, who also lost their lives during the operation that counted 11 people.
Now, I feel
that
like this happened.
Who?
I feel like this body being handed over to the family happened the day before the funeral. I feel like this all happened in a quick succession. There's no fucking around involved. Again, the funeral looked less, what's the word, fantastical than I imagined that it would be. But we'll take a look at that next. How true is it that Armando Valencia is Rosalinda's uncle, upper echelon? How come Ivan hasn't been found yet? A lot of his people have been arrested, and seems to be losing the war. Sorry, this is off topic. No, because we just answered that question too. For me personally, I don't think it's an issue of like, can they get him? I feel like it's an issue of when they decide at this point. You know what I mean? I feel like once they need a new head, they're gonna let this Mencho shit ride out. According to Jay believes the shit's gonna happen any day now. All right? And we'll see what Pierre has to say when we get into his part of the story tonight. But I think it's a matter of when they choose. They say, all right, this dog has had his day. Let's get him. And then they go get him. And then it's... Yo, AI got the world all fucked up. They believe all the shit they see. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know? Since we're having this conversation, I'll pull it up right now. So many theories. So many theories. This one turned them in. That one turned them in. Let's check this shit out.
Al Mencho y lo que encontraron en su celular lo conecta directamente con Epstein.
Okay?
Cuando las autoridades revisaron.
Look at this video right here. Okay? This is the president of...
Mataron al Mencho.
What is it? El Salvador? Or El
Mataron
Salvador,
al
right?
Mencho.
Yeah. The guy that created CSAT, right? And in this video, I'm going to tell you what he says.
Lo que encontraron en su celular lo conecta directamente con Epstein.
All right, they took out El Mencho, and what they found in his cellular phone connects him directly to Epstein.
Cuando las autoridades revisaron el teléfono, descubrieron 247 mensajes intercambiados.
All right, when they got Mencho's phone, they found 247 text messages between El Mencho
con el abusador Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein.
En las conversaciones, el Mencho demuestra que sabía exactamente lo que pasaba en el llamado
that Mencho knew what was happening.
Rancho Soro, una propiedad aislada
On the Rancho Soro,
usada para encuentros privados con invitados seleccionados.
Some of these demon ass chomo parties.
En al menos 4 ocasiones, él organizó seguridad armada.
On at least 4 occasions, he secured armed security for these chomo parties.
Rutas protegidas y el suministro de drogas para los eventos que se realizaban en el lugar. También hay registros de logística coordinada.
Then there's logistical coordinates and memos.
Pagos e instrucciones
pages
vinculadas a 26 nombres, algunos con
that have 46 names. What do you say? 26 names.
Conexiones directas en Estados Unidos.
Direct United States connections.
Al menos 9 testimonios afirman que mujeres fueron llevadas con falsas promesas mientras toda la
At least 9 testimonies. He's all over the fucking place with it.
Estructura operaba con
women saying that they were taken against their will to do things against their will.
protección
He operated with protection.
estratégica. Ahora, investigadores en Estados Unidos están revisando contratos, registros de vuelos y movimientos
So
financieros.
now the U.S. is investigating. Miss me with the bullshit, all right? First and foremost, this is prime. It ain't even a good AI video. Somebody will see Epstein dancing in the back and say, oh yeah, see, that's silly. That's just them using a silly AI video. No. They're passing this off as truth, okay? Now, look here.
Mataron al Mencho.
The first thing that happens in this video, I don't think I could slow it down. Oh, I can. Damn, only the 75? Coño, man.
Y lo que encontraron en su celular lo conectaron. Mataron al Mencho.
Okay, if you see, his finger goes between the filter that is changing the lips and his real mouth. Okay, his finger goes in between. Take a look. Okay, again, I know it's obvious to a lot of us.
Mataron al Mencho.
See
Y lo
that?
que mataron al encontraron mataron al Mencho.
Where his finger go, huh? Where's his finger? His finger disappeared and shit. He ate his shit, huh? So they got a filter moving his mouth, right? So boom, his finger goes between the filter and his own lips. I'll play it again so you can see it.
Mataron al Mencho.
There it is.
Y lo que encontraron en su celular lo conecta directamente
Okay, they got
con
this
Epstein.
fake mouth movement going on here, right?
Cuando las autoridades
And then look at this
revisaron
asshole.
el teléfono, descubrieron 247 mensajes
Watch
intercambiados
his mouth freak
con
out.
el abusador Jeffrey Epstein. Las
Las
conversaciones,
He
el
get turkey
Mencho
mouth. Look at him.
demuestra que sabía exactamente
Okay, this people are running with this and saying, "Shah, this is what's happening. This is the story." And it's like, I don't have the time in the day to sift through all this bullshit. And the sad part is that you guys are out there eating it up. Everything you see, scrutinize it. You have to. Otherwise, don't be mad when I tell you you fell for some bullshit. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Hey, I got the world fucked up. They believe all that shit they see. Come on, man. Anybody can make, with all the tools we have on the internet, can make anything look like anything. Shout out Luca on the check-in. Upper Echelon said Iran might have bought them a few weeks. Iran blowing the shit up out of all these U.S. embassies and shit. Or these U.S. stations. I've been reading that Armando. Okay, let me see. That's y'all. Shout out Big June on the check-in. Appreciate you. Shout out to everyone in the chat. But did they check the eSIM? Crew, I don't even know what the fuck that is. No, mommy said Mencho and Epstein. Facts.
No mommy's weak.
It's not facts. So that's why Trompito didn't want him alive. Didn't want Mencho talking about them files. Makes sense. See? That's it. That's all it takes. See, Velez done ran with it. Somebody going to hear what Velez just said. Tomorrow they're going to be like, this is what I heard. What I heard was that Trompito didn't want him alive. He didn't want Mencho mentioning, talking about him in them files. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard. And that's it. And now we're off on another fucking tangent. It just is what it is. I feel like they gave anyone of the blood to make sure they are there an hour beforehand and be ready to leave 5 minutes after. I feel like they gave anyone of blood to make sure they were there an hour beforehand. I don't get it, Robert. What do you mean? Shout out Luca. They got 20 plus phones, 2 to 3 secretaries to attend phones. That video is straight bullshit. Oh, the video where he's talking about the girl? Yeah, nah. And even if he did touch a phone, we know that video's bullshit. And they done ruined that little girl's life. Shout out Big June. Some sad BS. Bullshit, man.
Bullshit.
Shout out IB on the check-in. I call bullshit. It sounds like a scapegoat or powerful people still alive. Nah, this is called some asshole woke up in the morning and wanted 1 trillion views. He wanted 17.3K hearts. And however many views this shit got. And he made a video using what
Lo
he
que
thought of in his
pasaba en el-
head, what he thought of in his head. He went the path of least resistance, the easiest path of the water flow, and said, oh, he's connected to Epstein. This is how we know. And let me fake it. Let me put this asshole with his fucking finger disappearing in front of his mouth. That's all it is. It's an asshole in his drawers making a video, and people are falling for it. And it's becoming news. It's crazy how much BS and AI videos are out there. People just sucking it all in as facts. So much. To the point where, again, DJ Vlad recently put out a bunch of lies just to see how many outlets would eat it up, and they ate it. Shout out Ivy. The scarier part is that the app all these YouTubers use to make their short forms and reels make videos look fake because of how it processes everything. Make their short form reels makes real videos look fake. Oh no, that's a new thing they're doing too though. They're not only doing it, production houses are doing it. Editors are making real actors look AI. That's the weird shit. That's where we're at for commercials. Pay attention. Some of these commercials, you see these people look like AI. They're actors that they're making look like AI. This is we're humans. We are just, we can't. There's nothing we can't overdo. Right? From eyelashes to fat asses to there's nothing we can't overdo. We'll abuse everything. You give us the best shit. We'll find a way to make it a negative. You know what I mean? Shout out Robert. He said for the funeral of Mencho. Oh, if your blood relative show up an hour beforehand and be ready to bounce in 5 minutes. I don't know. We'll take a look. Yeah, so I don't doubt that, yeah, they're processing the reels to look like AI and shit. I see some of that too. Just want to do hood rat stuff for
But
my
I
friends.
wanted to do hood rat stuff for my friend.
I hate fake people. This channel's awesome. Salute to you, Robert. We don't like fake motherfuckers over here either. It's built into a lot of new cameras now. That shit is, we're so weird, bro. We're so weird. But yeah, so there's a bullshit video for you just to show you. Let's get back to the funeral. This is some New York Post footage. Funeral looked like it's taking place in a regular neighborhood. Looks like a small place. I don't know about this area. I don't know about where it's at. Let's take a look. Armed troops secure funeral home housing in Mencho today. Now I wondered if they were going to do a funeral because I felt like, I don't know, man. I just feel like the whole situation is hot. You know what I'm saying? And for, you would think it's a barrel to sit the military in. And you would think all of the shitheads that was out there burning down Mexico would have tried to, I don't know, do something to them soldiers or something. But again, that would have been the end of them. It's the man's funeral. I'm sure the family's like, hey, everybody sit y'all ass down. Relax. Shout out Kenny on the check-in. Salutes. Shout out Robert. I say this sincerely to you, and I appreciate it sincerely. All right, shout out Kenny. That's the casket spot right there. It's funny, bro. I'm sure a lot of people knocked on this glass door many times for them to put, well, I guess they have to do that because it is a 24-hour business, even when people sleeping. They had to put a big-ass red sign right here that says, doorbell, motherfucker. Stop banging on the glass. Got flowers, taxi. What's up? What is this? What's this character right here? This some Star Wars shit? This little pig? This looks like some Star Wars. Alright, look. Mad soldiers outside. Y'all better get off y'all fucking phone. Y'all slacking on your pimping, man. Y'all sitting there looking crazy, all on your phone, scrolling and shit. Y'all sitting there with 50 cows bored. Wow. All right, boom. I don't know if this a cousin. I don't know who that is. Somebody's wife. She needed a square. This girl had the right idea. She's like, listen, mask, fucking glasses, all of the above. Damn, boy, these boys got the armored trucks out there. Nice cars. What cars? What do you see? I ain't seen nothing impressive yet. Some Hondas, some Nissans, some police charger up there. Nah, crew, ain't shit popping over there. Nothing. Ain't working with nothing. They keeping it low key today. Yo, the irony of her t-shirt though. Hold on. I don't know what it says, but it's a decapitated bear. What? What's going on here? This guy's over here with his peaceful dove, and it's a murder on their shirt over here. Yeah, they got little baby taxis and shit. It's a murder on her shirt. It's like, yeah. We don't cut the head off the snake. We cut the head off the bear. Look at this. Yeah, I don't see nothing. We see a punch buggy and a giant bulletproof. Yeah, I believe it was a low-key. Shout out Robert. I believe it was a low-key affair. It looks like a low-key affair. The one BMW with the bad chrome, that's that, it was that look yellow and shit, and it looked rusted at the same time. You see the shirt, Zoraida? So with that shirt, hit that like button if you have yet to do so. No other YouTube pointed out the headless fucking bear on the shirt. Just talking my shit. Come on, stay on point, boys. Y'all out there playing with your phones and shit. Laughing? What you laughing about? Ain't shit funny over here, huh? They come around that corner any minute on your ass. Damn, they brought out everything. The tanks. Shit. Very low key. And then we often hear the joke when somebody wants to say that, oh, so-and-so wasn't like that. He wasn't at the higher levels of the cartel. He was the guy that they said, vaya busca las cocas. Right? Go get the cokes. Well, now we have an image of the guys that they sent to get the cocas, all right? Got to turn this into a gif. For the next time somebody says, nah, he's the guy que lo mandaron pa las cocas. It's these fucking guys right here. Look at them. It's a hard job, boy. All right? We got an image now, though. It exists. It really exists. All right, we got some other images we'll check out from the Discord. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. If you've been here more than 5 minutes, we've entertained you. The least you could do is give us a free like. All right? Boom. Very low-key affair. Let's see what other footage we can get out of this. Very low-key affair.
En medio de un fuerte dispositivo de seguridad, fuerzas estatales y federales acordonaron la funeraria y el cementerio privado en Guadalajara y Zapopan, donde de lo que ha ocurrido en las últimas.
Acabos los Jara desde la colonia San Andrés hasta
Brother, rooster arrangements crazy. Yeah, we're gonna get some other shots out of this. I'm gonna translate what she's saying. Let's look at the images first. All right, big ass rooster. Another rooster. Coño, man.
Trasladado hasta aquí, hasta donde me encuentro, en Zapopan, Jalisco,
Right,
en
there's the
el
hearse.
privado recinto de La Paz. Aquí podemos ver al fondo cómo justamente están pues todavía saliendo algunos vehículos de este recinto. Vamos a cambiar la toma para que ustedes puedan justamente tener el panorama.
The family's low key. The family's hoodied up.
Digamos más completo de lo que está sucediendo en el... Pues ahí tienen esa toma del lugar donde hace unos momentos fue inhumado.
Lots of flowers.
El cuerpo de quien pues las fuerzas federales
She stay here. Hold on.
de color amarillo y también una cresta y plumas. Así que
I guess this is the burial. Where'd they bury him?
En otro vehículo iba también ese arreglo floral que se dice.
Yeah, they was armed up.
Allá en la funeraria, las siglas del cártel Jalisco Nueva Generación. Esto en otro.
All right, there's the golden casket. We saw images of that today in the Discord. It's the golden casket. Golden color, guys. I doubt it's, made of, 24 karat gold, solid. You know what I mean? I'm sure somebody's gonna try to convince me of that though, in the comments.
Después de que llegara este cortejo fúnebre, es que en cuanto llegaron estas dos carrozas, comenzó a tocar la música de banda sinaloense. Tocaron, entre otras canciones, Un puño de tierra y Si me matan.
Cameraman all in their fucking face.
Fueron las canciones que se pusieron a escuchar. En este punto donde me encuentro, que están viendo ahí al fondo, lo que se ve es la capilla religiosa de este cementerio.
I mean, this is just more proof that you people that believe that, so-and-so's untouchable, this one's untouchable, that one's untouchable. Again, when they choose, when they decide, they're going to get their guy. And if the guy gets away, it's because they wanted him to. Ain't that crazy, Pete? They unalived 22 of them, if not more. And now they're guarding them. Ain't that crazy? It's just a lot of strange shit. But everything has been strange about this whole process here. All of it. All of it. From what they tell us is the shootout, from just all of it. It's gold plated, fancy for sure, very much so. Yeah, I wouldn't say gold plated. I'd say it's gold painted. You know what I mean? Because that's just real life. Now, is it possible that it's gold plated? It's possible, but I doubt that to be true. But it's probably the most expensive piece in that place for sure. But it's just been a lot of strange shit, man. And that's one of them right there, Pete. They guarding them. They smoked 22 of y'all over that man. You holding security. Shout out that it. Late, no worries, always on time. You catch the first hour replay game. You didn't miss much. The whole thing has been strange. Indeed it has.
Privado. Y ahí es cuanto a la seguridad, está aquí fuertemente custodiado por elementos de la Guadalajara.
I don't doubt that either. Shout out Ivy. I heard they putting vinyl wraps on casket now. I don't doubt it either. People want their logos. Hey, put my logo on my shit, man. Put a picture of me on that motherfucker like this.
Bien, gracias por la aclaración. Elizabeth, muy buenas tardes, nos mantenemos pendientes.
So I guess this is at the funeral home. I mean at the cemetery. Now, I don't know, man. Let's see what this lady's talking about.
Mencho. Vamos a Jalisco con nuestra corresponsal Elizabeth Rivera.
¿Qué tal? Un saludo para toda la audiencia de Uno TV. Pues en efecto les comento que ya se llevaron a cabo los funerales y también la inhumación del cuerpo de quien,
All right, the burial's done, the funeral's done, she said.
de acuerdo con fuentes extraoficiales del Ejército y la Guardia Nacional, justamente
Guarded by the National Guard.
aquí en lo que es el Panteón Privado Funeral Recinto de la Paz, aquí en Zapopan, Jalisco, se llevó a cabo pues esta inhumación de este cuerpo que fue trasladado desde el oriente de Guadalajara, desde la colonia San Andrés hasta este punto. Fue a las 11:15 de la mañana cuando salió el cortejo fúnebre.
All right, so the funeral came from East Guadalajara to where they're at in, I believe, Zapopan.
Desde pues de este punto, desde Funerales La Paz, que se ubica allá en Guadalajara al oriente, y fue trasladado hasta aquí, hasta donde me encuentro, en
I would have, you know, this is just my Hollywood brain. I would have thought Biggie Smalls, when they drove his body through Brooklyn, Dog, when they drove Dog all over New York, I would expect. I thought we'd see people in the street. No, that's just my Hollywood mind right there. Interesting. He got buried in Zapopan, Jalisco, rather than Aguililla, Michoacán, where he's from. Maybe relatives' decision to avoid drama in Michoacán. Quite possible. Maybe this brings them closer to where they're at, or I don't know, but something. Yeah, Mencho can't tell whether it's gold or paint. Neither can the internet. Shout out James on the check-in. Neither can the internet.
Zapopan, Jalisco, en el Panteón Privado Recinto de la Paz. Aquí podemos.
Actually, he's at the private cemetery, Recinto de la Paz. So they even doxed the cemetery. And shout out, who was it? Somebody said, too much controversy. No way. Yeah, you would think, right, for this funeral home, but no. I guess something, motherfuckers. See, that's my problem. Like, if them people are just, not denying somebody a funeral and then they get hit up over some bullshit, that's bullshit. Now, if they're plugged up and they in this game and every now and then they got to throw an extra body in the oven in the name of the game, well, you part of the game now at this point. You fair game. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so.
Ver al fondo cómo justamente están pues todavía saliendo.
We see a lot of news, we see a lot of cameras. You know what I'm saying? But we don't see, I thought we'd see people in the street, kids taking off their shirt and praying to them and shit. Shout out Tere, who finally claimed the body. They said a family member. They said they cross-referenced the DNA to a family member and released him to a family member.
Unos vehículos de este recinto. Vamos a cambiar la toma para que ustedes puedan justamente tener el panorama, digamos, más completo de lo que está sucediendo en el lugar. Pues ahí tienen esta toma del lugar.
So she's just showing the cemetery, that's it.
En esta iban algunos arreglos florales, entre ellos pues
Floral
el arreglo que
arrangements.
ya ha llamado la atención, este arreglo de una figura de un gallo de color.
She's talking about the rooster and all of that. A lot of BBL, them cheeks don't move. Them cheeks didn't move. Legs move, but the cheeks didn't move. I'm just saying. Gotta get a good one.
Rojo, con flores rojas, pues que justamente tenía un pico de color amarillo.
The funeral home gonna fuck. I hope not. I hope not. That would be like saying, just imagine, that'd be like saying the floral, the people that made the floral arrangements, they should get it too. It's like, and I know you're not saying they should, but I'm saying if somebody were to think that, that's the type of mentality that I'm talking about. You got it fucked up. You're a psychopath at that point. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got to go get revenge on the motherfucker that made the rooster. What? Fuck are we talking about here? You know, the rooster flower arrangement. We got to get them. For what? Somebody called them and said they wanted a rooster flower arrangement. What the fuck you want from them?
Y también una cresta y plumas, así que simulando esta figura del gallo.
And you know, this is probably the funeral home that handles that family. Those families need it too, right? I wouldn't doubt some of these people own funeral homes.
También les platico que en otro...
This wasn't public, obviously. His body better be under protection night and day. I would wager a lot that the true body went to a place unreachable. Quite possible. It could be what Lucas said. It could have ended up in Michoacan. What do we know? We don't. But quite possible.
Vehículos y va también ese arreglo floral que se dice traía en un principio allá en la funeraria las siglas del cártel Jalisco Nueva Generación, esto en otro arreglo. Esos arreglos fueron trasladados.
Now, let's I'm just saying the crazy things that's behind. That's my point. That's what I'm saying though. Like, it'd be for no reason and shit. It'd be for no reason. Now let's talk about his daughter arriving there. His daughter, who is, I believe, a fugitive, according to some people that were there, or that took pictures. Again, get the fuck out of our face with the camera. But they got pictures of her. Let me see if I can find it real quick. The youngest daughter claimed the body. She had no problem doing it. So with an open doing so. No. I don't know that. I haven't heard that she collected it. I heard she arrived at the funeral. And yes, with an open active investigation. But I don't know that she was the one that collected it. Así empieza el bochinche. All right, shout out Luca. Bringing new meaning to the business concept of vertical integration. That's the game. Yeah, I would think so. No. Yep. I would think so. Oh shit.
Jonathan Pantria sent $2 hashtag salutes Chill my dude hashtag Il Cartel member San chat hashtag I hope you having a blessed and grateful hashtag hanging out doing hoodrat shit with my friends Monday hashtag like and subscribe to the great quality content hashtag it's free hashtag am no cartel fan hashtag but let the family mourn Mencho peacefully hashtag Velas saca la bolsita.
But I wanted to do hood stuff for my friend.
Mono con los ojos tapados.
Shout out JP for the $2 power chat. Salute Shah Il, my dude, Il Cartel members and chat. Hope you're having a blessed and grateful hanging out doing hood rat shit with your friends Monday. Like and subscribe to the great quality content. It's free. Don't cost you a damn thing. I'm no cartel fan. But let the family mourn Mencho peacefully. But let's saca la bolsita. Right? Shout out JP for hopping out of the bushes in his ghillie suit. Appreciate you, sir. Glad to have you. Salutes to you. Thank you for being here. All right? It ain't the same. It ain't the same. We was waiting on you. All right? Shout out Karen. Karen from Germany is in the house. Salutes Karen. Leave some of your DNA on that like button. Hit the button. It don't cost you nothing. Hit the button. Don't cost you nothing. Nothing. Boom, here we go. Article said they used her DNA to confirm as relatives. That's why the body got released. Yeah, I just don't know that it was her. Did they say her specifically, that daughter? That was the only person they had that could have gave DNA? Well, then she was really putting it on the line. See what this is.
The invisible heiress appears in public. The alleged presence of La Jalisco.
AI be sounding crazy as fuck.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
That's crazy. They're using captured voices to scam people that are loved ones been kidnapped in jail or in a car accident in need of money. Yeah, no, ridiculous. Ridiculous.
The invisible heiress appears in public. The alleged
The
presence
invisible heiress appears in public. This guy can't speak though. This AI guy is all fucked up. We gotta hear the hashtag shit too. You wildin' if you think I'm gonna say hashtag before every hashtag. That shit ain't happening no more. I tried that shit. Right? Those are the old days. Pete, you gotta relax. That's how the scandalous facts. How peaceful was it when people were dismembered on social media under the auspices of Mencho? How peaceful was what? The funeral? Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, we just pointed out somebody wearing a t-shirt with a knocked off head on a bear. The fuck?
of La Halisha.
All right, this is supposedly his daughter, who I believe is a fugitive. Is she not a fugitive? Not just an open investigation. She's a fugitive. They ain't scoop her up. But we'll look. We'll make sure that we know if she's a fugitive or not. And now here's another thing. I heard Menchito's recently that Menchito's mom was in jail. Didn't they let her out of jail? We gotta look that up too. I thought they let her out.
Youngest daughter at her father's funeral in Guadalajara has been reported, despite being wanted for ordering the kidnapping of two Simar sailors.
Being wanted. He says she's with this AI guy. He might be a liar, because they're all liars. All right? But, is she wanted?
In Zapo, presence of La Halisha Miquelosera, El Mencho's youngest daughter at her father's funeral in Guadalajara has been reported, despite being wanted for ordering the kidnapping of two Simar sailors in Zapopan. The young woman reportedly attended the wake in the San Andres neighborhood. Dressed in mourning and wearing dark glasses, Laisha defied the military cordon that guarded the area, marked by hundreds of funeral wreaths with figures of roosters and criminal acronyms. While her brothers face sentences in the United States, Laisha remained the only piece of the Otsegera dynasty out of reach of justice. Her appearance at the funeral of Nemesio, or Segera, Cervantes comes at a time of maximum tension, after years of low profile interrupted only by the reprisal he ordered after.
Come on, man. So are you gonna tell me that they got all them soldiers there, but they don't got somebody in a van somewhere watching them cameras that Shannon be talking about that's mad clear and shit? You know, I'm sure they got a flock camera or two in their midst, and don't know that she walked in there and decided not to make that call? Or did they just not notice that it was her? It was just them soldiers out there, and they don't know her from any other blonde that walked through. You know? Did they not want the stink? Or am I crazy?
After her mother's capture, the event shielded by the military confirms that the final farewell to the capo was not only a family event, but a display of power in the heart.
Nah, this has got to be a drone shot of somebody else's shit. Y'all out of pocket if you fly. Yeah, that is. They do. They fly drones over a fucking funeral. It's crazy. To Celeste. To Celeste's funeral and shit. Dirty. Shout out Karen on her. Guten Nacht. There's countless Mexican blondes, can't fault them. They just missed her. She just got past them. I tell you what, she got all the balls, or she got word.
That guarded the area, marked by hundreds of funeral wreaths with figures of roosters and criminal acronyms.
She walked in there with all the balls. If she didn't know. If this was just defiance, you know, fuck you. I'm going to my dad's funeral. Take me. Or she got word, listen, we don't want no problems. Go handle your business at your father's funeral, like somebody said earlier. I don't remember who it was. Might have been Robert. Get here early. Don't stay here long. You know? Maybe it was like that. Or it was
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. I'm going, do something. They're going to build a shrine for him. And eventually somebody will tear it down. We've seen that happen too. We've seen the burial fucking plots of entire families get dug up. There's no depth that this kind of cartel culture won't go. We've seen it. It's not like there's not a precedent for it. We've seen it. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so.
While her brothers face sentences in the United States, Leisha remained the only piece of the Oseguera dynasty out of reach of justice.
Out of reach? No, she seemed within reach, if you ask me. She seemed absolutely within reach. Now, she's wanted for having two of those kind of Marino guards, National Guard guys snatched.
The kidnapping of two Simar sailors in Zapopan, despite being wanted for ordering.
Two sailors, two Marino. What?
The kidnapping of two Simar sailors in Zapopan, the young woman.
Two of the Marinos, two Marines.
Reportedly attended the wake in the San Andres neighborhood. Dressed in mourning and wearing dark glasses. Yeah. Leisha.
Do we need a poll? Let's do a poll. Let's start a poll. Did Leisha, how you spell that shit? L-A-I-S-H-A. Funeral. Because she got cojones and was ready for whatever. Let me see if I can bring down the character. Ready for whatever. Come on, man. I'm trying to save on characters here. Or she got cojones and was ready for whatever, or she got heads up. She won't be touched.
Jonathan Pantria sent $2 hashtag Conyo Main what you got against my innocent hashtags hashtag am the people's champ hashtag the hashtag king hashtag Menchito held it down for his mama like King Harris hashtag they didn't have enough on her without Menchito cooperating against her hashtag so he got that conviction hashtag mi querida amiga Zoraida is it still caliente.
Hold on, JP. Let me finish it. Did Laisha show up to the funeral because she got cojones and was ready for whatever, or got the heads up? She won't be touched. Boom. Start the poll. Get your votes in. Shout out JP for the $2 power check. Conyo, man, what you got against my innocent hashtags? I got nothing against them, but that's just a lot of extra syllables, right? To say it every time. I'm the people's champ. Yeah, okay. You the people's champ. You the hashtag king. I'll take it. Hashtag king. Menchito held it down for his mama like King Harris. But did he though? Again, we keep repeating this every time you say it. He was on the line for a deal and something made him change his mind. We don't know what that is. We don't know if it was because he was still going to get 100 years regardless. But we'll go with your theory that he held it down for his mama like King Harris. They didn't have enough on her without Menchito cooperating against her. I don't know. We got to look deeper into that story. So he got that conviction. Mi querida amiga Zoraida, is still caliente. Salutes to JP for the $2 power chat. I appreciate you, sir. El tubo barely sent me the notification right now. ¿Viste? Hey, Ali. Like, this is how we are with life and living in just in the world, not even just this country, right? Where, we're complaining like, damn, got the notification late, and then, but we're like, okay, but damn, at least you got the notification eventually. We gotta be happy with the shit that we're given. They're in cahoots with the government. The soldiers are relaxed as if it was a truce. Boy, relaxed. Like they didn't have a care in the world. Chilling with their phones out. Scrolling. OnlyFans and shit. Shout out to that pinche tubo. No notification. The states will grab her quick. Pete, do they have that button? It wasn't her time? Because they got that button. I believe they choose when these people get caught. You know? I don't know. Supposedly she was living in the USA. I don't doubt that. They got deep roots here. All right. Shout out Pete. Shout out Primo on the check-in. From what I heard, she has a coffee shop in Paris, California. I mean, but how could you have these things if you're a fugitive? How? I think Riverside, but is it true that Menchito rejected his plea deal at the last minute? Yes. Nah, she was getting a jump on the probate process. Possession of the death certificate puts her in line to be the estate heir of his enterprise. There we go. We wondered where the money was going, right? She's there to collect. She was willing to go to jail for that shit, or not. Maybe she knew better. Let's see what this poll looks like. 80% so far seem to think she got a heads up that she wouldn't be touched. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. And get your vote in. We don't get to see who voted. So. I still have the images of the car convoy from El Chapo's mom in my head. What? From her funeral procession? Was that her husband that got arrested for faking his death? I believe it was, Pete. I believe it was. Laisha lives in California, I think. They got deep roots there. Shit going down all over the world. Mencho gone, 50 and T.I. Iran in the U.S. Yeah. Yeah. The husband got yeah, I think that's definitely him. They have dual citizenship per Google. Okay. Salute steady. So that's my question. So I guess she don't have charges in the U.S.? Shout out Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Salute Shy. Chat. If I was in her shoes, I'd bury my father no matter what, even if it cost me my life. Your pops is your pops. They're going to get her later like they did Emma. I believe it. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Shout out Lucy. Salute to the critters. Tell them I said what's up. Yes, they wanted him to turn on his mom. We got to get into it. We got to get into it. 75% believe she got the heads up. Her partner, Christian Fernando Gutierrez Ochoa, he's telling. The dude, the boyfriend that's doing his time, yeah. Again, we covered his sentencing, I believe. But the story got so little because so many big things happened that I didn't even put that video out as an upload. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Yeah, but I'm thinking like Lucy said, they'll go back around on that. Now, my question is, but she probably don't have charges in the U.S. Does Laisha have open case in the U.S.? No, she doesn't have a case in the U.S. So that was a Mexico deal. That just shows you, man. That just shows you that they will, what's the word? They'll make the decision, man. They'll push the button. Mexico, you can get away with having 25 National Guardsmen smoked, and then having those National Guardsmen guarding the reason they were smoked. And you can also have a lady that's a fugitive in that country and not in the U.S. where she lives that went over there, crossed that border, went to go bury her father, and y'all didn't touch her. That just goes to show you that those decisions are made and those things happen. You know, boom, leave it alone. Don't touch her. She's maintained a lower profile, and as of early 2025 was not appearing in active searches by the U.S. DEA or Treasury Department. I think all of Mencho's kids were born in the U.S., even Menchito. Shout out EC on the check-in. That'd be on point for real. Shout out Big June on Tere's fact-finding missions. I think it was the other daughter that got locked up. How many daughters you got? Somewhere under a moniker, no doubt. How'd she get past the border? Because red light, green light, and she got a green light. Why? Because they don't want no problems. They want no problems. She never had to set foot in Mexico again if she was a fugitive like that. She went for her daddy, like Lucy said. Fuck y'all. But I'm sure she knew that she wasn't on the menu. Listen, we're not going to draw a second blow to your family, which the U.S. would have done quickly. They come get you at the funeral. Ain't no letting it slide here. That shit ain't happening. They also ain't got the city burning down. Shout out Ivy. That's also the kind of thing they may do because it'll allow them to keep watching her and keep dismantling more of the organization. Mexican authorities watching her? She been over here all these years? I don't know. I do feel like it's what Lucy said, that they'll get back around to her. Mexico will eventually. They'll wait for the U.S. to stick something on her. Or maybe she's good. Maybe she leaves now. Maybe she has no reason to return to Mexico. And that's it. End of the story. She don't get to see a day in jail. She just got to keep a clean-ass nose in the U.S. and not become a chip in somebody's deal to get her sent back to Mexico. He has 3, including Ruben Oseguera Gonzalez. Shout out there. 3 kids, 2 daughters and a son. Okay, I appreciate you. They do stuff like that all the time with high-up agencies telling smaller agencies to let people go. They don't blow bigger cases. Absolutely. Just try not to step on each other's toes and shit. Sometimes they do it on purpose. Shout out Nando on the check-in. Shout out Out of Power on the check-in. They said he has a ton of family in California. Roots is deep in California. Roots is deep in California. I'm sure he asked the lawyer. I'm sure she asked the lawyer for advice. Absolutely. It was reported that 03 stepson was born in Santa Ana, California. It's on the government's wanted page. I don't doubt that either. I believe he is American born. Most of the cartel leaders, their kids were born in the USA. Yes, I believe it. Could be anyone. Just saying, that's one possible, probable, if you ask me, scenario. Absolutely. I'm sure he has family out here in Little Michoacan. Don't doubt it. All right? Maybe your neighbor. Don't doubt it. 100, all born here. Soldiers trained here, children born here. You know, money from here, hammers from here, guns from here. It's a whole lot of here. Mencho has 5 brothers. We did see some of that. We saw some of them get locked up. For all we know, maybe some of them did some talking themselves. Who knows? What do we know? Somebody yelling at me in the comments because I'm worried about Mencho and not the Epstein's file. Wrong channel, bitch. Fuck. Might be J-Fam uncle. I don't know. I ain't seen J-Fam in a couple of days. Where you at, little Michoacan? Huh? Haven't seen J-Fam in a couple of days. He been busy fucking ordering rooster arrangements and shit. Let me find out. Big tune. Little Michoacan. Well, I know that's J-Fam has been dealt that name by Velez. Little Michoacan. But from what I understand, he's a very tall man. Unusually tall for being little Michoacan. I'm not up on social media lingo. It's not. It's made up as Velez ass lingo. All right, man. Let's see what's going on with what's up with this poll. This poll looks like a landslide. We're gonna end the poll. Get your votes in right now. 25 votes. 20% say Laisha showed up to the funeral because she got cojones and was ready for whatever. Okay? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. She walking there like, this is Sparta! I mean? Or she got the heads up that she wouldn't be touched. 80% of the votes believe she got the heads up that she wouldn't be touched. Shout out Velez. The Gallo was fire, though. Crazy arrangement. Both of them was crazy. Shout out Tere. Jessica Joanna, 33, known as La Negra, was arrested in Washington, D.C. when she went to see her brother Ruben, who had been extradited to the U.S. for drug trafficking. She was charged with engaging in transactions or dealings in properties with businesses blacklisted by the Treasury Department and providing financial support to the four letters. I hate to ask more questions and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll look it up, but she's still in jail? Did she get out of jail? Or is that her? Is that the same sister? That sounds like a different sister. I don't know that this one don't got no cases here. So I guess that's the other sister. Shout out Tere for the information and shit. It's not too much information, but this is the perfect fucking, drop for that.
Too much information and shit.
Is there any upward mobility in Mexico if you're not in the drug cartel business? What you mean? Can you be a thriving businessman without getting involved? It's a very logical question. I only laugh because of the absurdity of the shit that be happening over there. Not social media lingo is what they call the area around Middlefield, RD and RWC. See, now he doing all kind of fucking, what's the word, coordinates and shit. Biggest concentration of people from Michoacan out of Michoacan. Salutes. Yeah, see that whole shit? I expect that whole shit to have been family members. April 2022, Jessica Joanna Oseguera Gonzalez was released from prison. Okay. Thank you very much, Dad. I appreciate you. She's the older sister. Younger sister is good in the U.S. as of now. All right. And she walked into that funeral like, what? Say something. You know? Say something. Shout out Nando. Absolutely you can be successful. Nando, let me ask you an important question. I'm talking, well, see, you can't control that. Because there's legit businesses involved in rich people's lives and cartel people's lives. But can you do it with no outwardly connection? Like, I'm trying to find a way to explain this. Nothing, not a lick, just straight edge, no cartel involvement, no meetings, none of that shit. No taxes, nothing. Shout out Big June. Okay, I didn't know what that was. Salutes. I posted a pic of his other daughter in the Discord. Shout out Malcolm on the check-in. Malcolm getting that money and doing that research at the same time.
Millions!
I'm just reaching the question Shai's asking. Salutes. Now he's giving you I think he's giving you your props. All right. Definitely giving you your props. Shout out Big June. Let's see. Redwood City. Okay. issues are in a lot of small towns, farm areas where there are not a lot of options. Did Mencho have a legal wife? I believe he divorced his last wife and was single and ready to mingle, evidently. And that's what got him in trouble, I believe. Or that's what they tell us got him in trouble. I wonder if she will use her U.S. citizenship in a way of getting out of Mexico. Well, here's the question: if she could, did she use that this time around? You know, did she use that this time around, or did the military in Mexico and the police in Mexico say, listen, we don't want these kind of problems. We're not gonna snatch you up. And we'll let you go back to the U.S. I don't know, man. That seems crazy if she indeed is a fugitive of Mexico. I think they're talking about Redwood City, California, which has a lot of people from Aguililla, Michoacan. I'm still trying to find out if Mencho's wife was married to her uncle. If his wife was married to whose uncle? Her own uncle? So pasa. Apart from the cartel, another problem is government jobs. It's another gateway to success. A lot of buddy system there. Okay. Let's see. Shout out. Daddy. June definitely props taking. I like answer questions. Me too. Both sides of my family, mom, 9 siblings, dad, 8 siblings, both sides poor. Everyone grew up good people, but both sides had successful and the rest average lives. There you go. So what, you first generation here? All over Michoacan, hence little Michoacan. All right, we ending this poll. 30 votes. 17% say got cojones and was ready for whatever. 83% say got heads up and she won't be touched. Poll is over. Shout out to the 30 people that voted. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. Salutes. It's very strange, bro. It's very strange. Let me see. It's very strange to me that not only they didn't take her, but she made it over one border, back to the other border. Yeah, shout out Nando, first generation. Okay, salutes. Good shit. Shout out Moon Goddess on the check-in. Spelled it wrong. Oseguera. Cervantes. Yes. As of March 2026, Laisha Michelle Oseguera Gonzalez, often referred to as Laisha, is considered a fugitive from Mexican justice. Current legal status, active investigation. She has been a target of Mexican federal forces, particularly following the 2021 arrest of her mother, Rosalinda Gonzalez Valencia. Specific accusations. Mexican authorities have accused her of masterminding the November 2021 kidnapping of 2 Mexican Navy Marines in Zapopan, Jalisco. The act was reportedly a retaliatory strike against the government for her mother's detention. Boy, they rode for their mama. They rode for their mama. Recent enforcement actions. In February 2026, amid the major military operation that resulted in the death of her father, Nemesio El Mencho Ceguera Cervantes, special forces launched raids in affluent neighborhoods of Zapopan, specifically seeking Laisha and her partner, Christian Fernando Gutierrez Ochoa. Neither was apprehended during these raids, and they remain at large. Wrong. Because he's locked up, straight to jail.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail.
No BS, my grandpa got deported 13 and a half times. He said he would get deported and be back to work 2 or 3 days later. I seen it. I worked with dudes in my lifetime. That, same deal. Just tough motherfuckers. Shout out there that sent a report on Discord. Salutes. So listen, if they were running raids, trying to find her man, eventually they found her man who had faked his own death for a bit and got caught. They supposedly hunted for her. She supposedly was in the U.S. So let's just say she was in the U.S. That means she got from the U.S. to Mexico, to that funeral home, in that funeral home, out that funeral home. And did she make it back across the border to the U.S.? If she does, that sounds like a whole lot of good deal, a whole lot of good favor right there. I don't know. Am I crazy? I read about how, salutes. I'm on my 30-minute break. I'm parked, so don't throw me in the bathroom. How do I send you a drink? You could do it through the super chat, which is the money sign in the chat box right there, or you could do it from the link. I hadn't dropped the link all day today, huh? Wow, that's the TTS link. You could do it from that link right there, or you could do it from the Venmo, PayPal, or the Cash App links that are, they're not links, but they the handles are there on the screen. Let me pin this TTS that I should have done a long time ago. Shout out JP for the non-reminder. What you say fuck me for? Alright, so boom. Whichever one works best for you, I appreciate you. Alright, we got $10 beers, $15 shots. I appreciate you, and we won't be putting you in the bathroom. You on your. Put him in the fucking bed, you might. Yeah, that's a whole lot of favor, man. Mencho separated from his wife Rosalinda Gonzalez Valencia around May 26, 2018, according to reports from Sedena. Despite this separation and his reported relationship with another woman, Guadalupe, what was her name? Moreno. I can't remember the last name. Guadalupe. I know you're going to drop it on me right now, but I can't remember it. Sounds like a lot of favor, man. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I just think it's amazing how the president is hardcore. It's become her legend. Her legend is, I ain't see nothing. What are you talking about? What? That's just what it looks like. Shout out Borregazo on the check-in. Salutes. Moreno Calillo. There it is. I missed that last one. But yeah, that seems like a lot of favor. We'll pay attention and see what happens with that story. We will see what happens with that story. It's very interesting. It's very interesting that she walked in there like that, a fugitive in that country. Now, was she in Mexico the whole time? I don't know, maybe. I sent you a link of them driving through the hood. What did it look like? And where did you send that link? And let me see what that I got over here. Okay, that's the other sister. I appreciate you. Thank you. Student assaulted during the funeral. Let's see what that's about. Give me a second. Let me look at it. Make sure I can show it. I don't know that I can.
I had the camera in my backpack, but I was just coming from school. It was not for that. They have to. They took my backpack, camera. No phone. I don't have the phone. It's at home.
He's looking like a victim. I can't show him. I can't show him.
You trying?
Because he's leaking. Read the description. Student assaulted during cartel leader's funeral. Tensions in Zapopan. Reports confirm that a student identified as an Italian national studying at Tecnológico de Monterrey was physically assaulted while attempting to document the funeral of Nemesio Osegura Cervantes, known as El Mencho. Well, you played yourself, stupid. What the fuck?
No, mommy's wake.
That was dumb. That was dumb as shit. That don't make no sense. Mind your fucking business. It was, I get it, it's a spectacle, but they're not playing that tourist shit over there. That ain't happening. Don't be a dumbass. Real dumb. I heard Mencho on the audio say you fucking pig. Yeah, there's only one is the one with where he Ándale por metiche. And he's on camera talking giving his sob story and shit. Like, they're really not gonna give a fuck. They don't care, bro. You're leaking. His whole shit was leaking. Oh, there he is. There they go. Little Michoacan. Salutes to J-Fam on the check-in. Appreciate you, sir. All right? We spoke you up.
Crack tax from the drug trade.
Why people don't know how to mind their business, man. I'm talking about Malcolm. It was dry already, but he was face masked, all right, leaking, and he was still sitting there on camera complaining. How about you go sit your ass down somewhere, man? Huh? Right? Go sit your ass down somewhere. You already got smacked up. Enough is enough. All right? Too much fucking information.
Too much information and shit.
First of all, you're an Italian fucking exchange student walking up on one of the most powerful cartel soldiers, lunatic fucking, killers, and you walk up on his funeral with your camera and don't think you're going to get smacked up and get your bag took. I don't think they needed your bag, but them guys that went and got them cocas, I'm sure they smacked you up good and took your shit. Right in front of them National Guardsmen. Or you're just some more misinformation.
Too much information and shit.
It's all bullshit.
Bullshit.
All right, let me get the link for this. All right, shout out Pierre Rausini. He dropped a video 11 hours ago. I'm going to drop the link to his channel in here so you guys can sub up. Very smart dude, very intricate with his details, and well studied. He studies the shit. Shut up and list. J-Fam ears was ringing. We talked them up. All right, let me get this link. Boom. This is the link to his channel. Give him a sub up. Bow. All right. Where I'm at. Let me hit this like button.
Jonathan Pantria sent $2 hashtag fuck you throwing smut on me for hashtag can't alive hashtag I've been a good today hashtag shout out to Mencho daughter whether DL or not she stepped up hashtag no smut zone poor favor hashtag te estoy volando.
I don't even remember what it was, JP. I don't even know what the fuck you talking about right now. Hashtag fuck you throwing smut on me for. Can I live? Yes, man. I've been good today. I ain't said nothing about it. Shout out to Mencho's daughter. Whether deal or not, she stepped up. Man, walked up in there like, what? No smart zone, por favor. Te estoy velando. I'm watching you, motherfucker. Shout out JP. All right. I can't believe Katarina was outside putting a camera in their face. She was underneath the front row of seats and shit, getting the right angle. Talking about this is where they're putting the casket, right here. Mencho's wrenches put his ass in the fucking bathroom. Definitely put him in the bathroom. Put him in the fucking bedroom. He was leaking when he went into the bathroom. He was fucked up. Boom.
Lawrence sent $10. Salute, I'll have one when I'm done driving.
Shout out Lawrence for the $10 power chat. Salute, shot. I have one when I'm done driving. I appreciate you. I'm gonna have one while you have your break. Salute to you, all right? But definitely wait till you're done driving and enjoy that cold motherfucker. You know what I mean? Smoke them if you got them. Drink them if you got them. If you're sober, here's a hug from me to you. Get it. Shout out J-Fan. Hope it was good talk. It was definitely good talk. We were wondering, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we hadn't seen you in a couple of days. You know, we was like, maybe, you know, he went to Mexico and, you know, se puso las pilas and he was like, fuck it, man. We go to war with these motherfuckers, you know. We thought we were going to see you in the footage right here we was watching. So it was all good talk. We were talking about how little Michoacan is a tall man.
Lawrence sent $10. Salute, I'll have one when I'm done driving.
Lawrence, I think I don't know if you I think you accidentally doubled up, so I'll make sure that you get refunded on one of those if it's a repeat. If it's not, you just let me know. Salutes. Shout out J Fam. I guess she was busy checking out the lookout tent and what his guards were snacking on in front of his house. I'm lost. I don't even know where we're at. I guess she was busy checking out the lookout tent and what his guards were snacking on in front. This is where they throw the rappers. I don't know. It's just crazy. No new wars, by the way. No new wars? Everything quiet? Shout out Sam. Is Katarina reliable? Man, I'm not going to disparage her. And I'm not going to just box it around her. But a lot of this shit out there feels performative to me. So, I'll tell you, me personally, I don't rely. I just sift through the bullshit.
Bullshit.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He walked in like trolls walk in here. Who? He? She? What you talking about? Shout out JP. Shout out Lawrence. Boom, let's get it. So I want to check out Pierre Rausini's video on. Did I drop his channel? Yeah, I did. Let's do it again. Let's drop the channel in there. Give him a sub. I want to check out his video on predicting Mencho's downfall. Pierre Rausini breakdown. Let's get it.
See, what we think of as cartel kingpin, the Mexican political class, that's their informal tax collector. They had to figure out a way how to extract tax from the drug trade without legalizing it. So they're playing a double game. They get money from the U.S. to fight the narcos. Meanwhile, the narcos are generating the money through the drug trade where 50% of it goes to the political class.
Pierre already talking that shit. Hit that like button. Sub up. Pierre already talking that shit. Shaw, you think T.I. son was out of pocket for 50's mom t-shirt? Rick Ross and Benzino not have the same t-shirt. No, because, you know, once you can't dictate how somebody else is going to react. So if you attack somebody's mother, then we super drop frames. Y'all let me know in the chat when we back. That's crazy. All right, we back? I think we back. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I saw everything drop out. Hopefully y'all make y'all come back. It says everybody's still here. Let's get it. Look what he said, man. Hey, how do we tax these drug dealers? We got to figure this shit out. We got to get our cut, our piece. Let's get it. I'm going to go grab my beer.
See, what we think of as cartel kingpin, the Mexican political class, that's their informal tax collector. They had to figure out a way how to extract tax from the drug trade without legalizing it. So they're playing a double game. They get money from the U.S. to fight the narcos. Meanwhile, the narcos are generating the money through the drug trade, where 50% of it goes to the political class. And what the Mexican government sells is impunity. So when you hear that, well, Zambada was the most powerful narco. Oh, he wasn't the most powerful because he had the biggest paramilitary wing. He didn't even have the biggest drug organization. He's the one who bribed the president. Well, if you're the one dealing with the president, everybody else has to fall in line. Well, power in Mexico is defined by proximity to powerful political figures. Zambada had the president. Well,
he just dropped a bar on their ass right there. He said, they say pussy and paper is poetry, power and pistols. He dropped a bunch of P's on their ass.
Everybody else has to fall in line. Well, power in Mexico is defined by proximity to powerful political figures. Zambada had the president. Well,
you guys got to back out. Hold on. Back out of the app and return. Fuck. Why did we drop frames like that? Let me know when we back, y'all. And was it me that you couldn't hear, or could you hear Pierre still? Shout out to Velez for the beer. Ha cumplido mi condena. Shout out J-Fam, that worked. Yeah, back out. Salutes. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for returning. Sometimes that annoys people when they leave. I don't know why it happens. Something gets hung up and it just dropped frames everywhere. Salutes. Thank y'all for coming back. Let's get it. Hey, he just dropped the bar. I don't even know if y'all heard, but he dropped the Tupac Tretch, Me Against the World. They say pussy and paper is poetry, power, and pistol shit. Because he dropped it on him. Shout out Primo. That fool said, pa, 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 pa. He dropped it on their ass. Shout out J-Fan, both. Couldn't hear both of us. Okay, salutes.
These are the individuals that can mobilize tens of thousands of troops. There's no cartel more powerful than the Mexican army.
Yeah.
Well, they say you're responsible for this particular geographical area. So let's say in northern Sinaloa. They'll say, you know what, by proximity to powerful.
Hold on, we need the proximity bars. We need the proximity bars. Hold on.
President, everybody else has to fall in line. Well, power in Mexico is defined by proximity to powerful political figures. Zambada had the president. Well, these are the individuals that can mobilize tens of thousands of troops. There's no cartel more powerful than the Mexican army.
Yeah.
Well, they say you're responsible for this particular geographical area. So let's say in northern Sinaloa. They'll say, you know what, you're responsible for Monchi. That means every narco that wants to participate in the La Plaza system, you are going to pay a percentage of your profits to the local kingpin. They don't work for the kingpin. The kingpin's the tax collector. And so he gets impunity from the Mexican government, and the people that pay into the system, they get derivative impunity through the kingpin. Those that don't want to participate, those are the ones who get targeted by law enforcement.
Got it.
It has been structured now for nearly 50 years. And that's why last year when Trump took office, he said there's an intolerable alliance between the Mexican government and the drug cartels. This is what it's been, we've known for decades. But the relationship between the U.S. and the Mexican government was too important to disrupt. You got deep ties commercially, deep ties intelligence-wise. So we treat it as a law enforcement matter and ignore the fact that the political class extracts a significant chunk of the wealth. And it's not I'm not suggesting every politician, but every political party. And so there was a big expose in ProPublica about 18 months ago documenting how the former president, AMLO, had campaigns that were being financed by narcos. Well, they weren't giving the money to AMLO, they were giving the money to the Morena political party. And so after AMLO ended his term, well, the current president today, Sheinbaum, she's from the same party. You think the narcos didn't contribute to her campaign?
Again, one thing we've been learning from covering the traitor on this channel is that, like he said, we've known that for 30, 40 years, that the government has been involved. If you look at all of the people that Vicentillo named and the connections that his father had and the people that he paid off, it's a very long list of curated connections and, again, politicians in his pockets like so many nickels and dimes, and how they paid seats. Not just the person in the seat, but the seat itself. Because when you get out that seat, we got to make sure that the next guy is in line. And that next guy that's in line, well, then he's going to get what comes to that seat. And this just goes on for generations, and people don't want to break that. Shit got to be broken. Shout out Joey, salutes. There's an intolerable connection between Trompito and pedophiles. Agreed. You know, somebody said it was a conspiracy, pero miss me with the bullshit.
Bullshit.
Fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Which cartel would be that, you believe?
It was the Zambada faction. Or that's why they went crazy when Zambada got kidnapped. Like, you can't send him. If they were forced to have to send him, he'd get unalived when they went to go execute the arrest. Like, the guys that pose a threat to the political power currently. You think the narcos didn't contribute to her campaign?
Which cartel would be that, you believe?
It was the Zambada faction. Or that's why they went crazy when Zambada got kidnapped. Like, you can't send him. If they were forced to have to send him, he'd get unalived when they went to go execute the arrest. Like, the guys that pose a threat to the political power, currently the ruling party, they don't survive the arrest. The situation in Mexico is much more convoluted. Like, the guys that pose a threat to the political power, currently the ruling party.
See, so that goes with a lot of what, and I'm going to give y'all shine right now. A lot of what people have said in the chat over this last week since we've been covering this Mencho situation, a lot of people say, oh, they smoked him because he had the information. Well, as far as Pierre is concerned, he seems to agree with that notion that those guys that have that information on them don't make it out of those operations. Which is why he knows, or why he feels like they didn't know about the Mayo operation, because as far as he's concerned, that would have been means and reason to smoke Mayo as soon as he got caught. Same party prior to Morena won for 70 years plus. The cartel and bad actors have always been involved. So can we say the CIA is at fault for the cartels? It's a known fact that they were paying the Mexican president in the 60s. Listen, we could blame the CIA for a lot of shit. We could blame the USA for a lot of shit, for its own addiction, for its weapons that go across the border, for its money that goes across the border, all that shit. We could put the blame on a lot of people. CIA, who? What do you mean? Who's that? Right? That's what they don't exist. So yeah, you could put the blame on them. They're the ones that run around with impunity. What can't they do? They don't even exist. Imagine being a ghost, what you'd be capable of. If y'all think the U.S. president isn't getting paid from drugs too, y'all crazy. Don't forget about the Iran-Contra scandal, also Fast and Furious, and then some. And not now. This is forever. This is, again, paid to seats. Not just the president, all kind of politicians on the way up and down. In the name of foundations, in the name of, this, that, the other, this company, this corporation, this job. Comes in many different forms. The U.S. doesn't, the U.S. doesn't write elections. We just put puppets in and then overthrow them 20 years later. Rinse and repeat. Yeah. Well, listen. According to Pierre, you get smoked the fuck up when they catch you if you got the information on the politician.
They don't survive the arrest. The situation in Mexico is much more convoluted because up until 1989, there was one cartel, one political party. It was all unified. In 89, when Guadalajara disarticulated, you had 5 or 6 cartels. Once you have multiple parties, now you have, in game theoretic terms, what's called a multipolar track. So you have all of these groups now competing with one another. And so the pre-political party aligned with Tijuana and the Gulf. The other guys were getting smashed. Well, when PAN won the election in 2000, breaking 71 years of pre-party hegemony, the tables turned. Well, Sinaloa had bet on PAN. Within 18 months, the Arianos are wiped out. Within 2 years, Ocio Cardenas and the Gulf get decapitated. Well, the Mexican government, under PAN, attacked the narcos that supported PRI. They weren't attacking narcos. They were attacking rival political party narcos so that their narcos, Sinaloa, could increase market share.
And all it is everybody had a dog in the fight. They backed their dog. And some made it, some didn't. Everyone's getting paid from drugs. That's why it'll never end. Yeah, they don't want that to end. Maybe the action against Mencho occurred because the USA has leverage on Mexican leaders from informants. I feel like they got the informant of all informants in there. As far as after reading The Trader and hearing all the things in there, I imagine the amount of things that are not in there that I don't know, that are true, that are real. You know what I'm saying? So as far as I'm concerned, El Mayo has, every truth behind every lie, inside of every secret. I believe he has it. So it's a possibility. DEA, CIA, they work hand in hand together with big drug dealers. They don't put it in the movies for no reason.
In Mexico, the political system, they're all pigs eating at the narco trough.
Yeah.
And
and this is what I said in Cartel. This is not new. This has been a systematic thing, a way of life, a way of doing things for Chapo for a long time. These betrayals, these manipulations. I asked y'all if you, when you need help and you call the police, did you win the war or did they win it for you? Or, are you the police? Or, the lines are blurred. Shout out Zorada. I'm back. Family surprise visit. That's always good. Salutes to the fam.
the American, and of course, this is known to the American government, and Trump is the first one who ever said it last year when he said there's an intolerable alliance between all of these people. Like a few months ago, there was a big scandal when Trump pardoned a Honduran president, the former president of Honduras. And one of the reporters asked him about that, and he's like, you think he's different than anybody else? When those loads come up through the overland route from Colombia, they got to go through Panama. They got to go through Costa Rica. They got to go through Nicaragua. Then they get to Honduras. Well, then they go to Guatemala. Then they hit Mexico. Then you got 2,000 miles to LA. Well, that entire trek, organizations who have the green light from political figures are transporting. Like we call it smuggling. Well, there's very little smuggling in Latin America. The smuggling is getting it from the Mexico into the U.S. That's smuggling. The rest is just logistics. You just got to partner with the group that's got the green light.
You, with everything you've said here, if the U.S. actually committed to targeting the financiers, the politicians, the laundering networks, how different do you think the landscape would be in the drug world?
Can we let's get to 65 likes at least. Can we get to 70? Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. If you've been here more than 5 minutes and haven't hit it, we've entertained you. Hit that like button. A lot of those movies are based on files in the FBI vault. Why create fiction when reality is more interesting? You want to write a movie? Go open a newspaper. Pick a story. I feel like Mayo is the one that had all the information. That's why the U.S. government worked with the Chapitos to kidnap him. They did that so that the Mexican government would not know. I feel like Mayo. Okay, I thought you said Mencho for a minute. Yeah, I agree with that statement. I feel like he's the one with all the information. Yeah. People say, "Oh, well, Mencho got smooth." Well, Mencho probably wasn't gonna go out like that. You don't know how people, how the shit goes down. Some people get taken alive, some people don't. Shout out Lawrence. It's my first beer. My first beer on Lawrence. Yeah, I'm with that theory.
In the next 5 years. U.S. actually committed to targeting the financiers, the politicians, the laundering networks. How different do you think the landscape would be in the drug world in the next 5 years?
The Mexican government would stop the trade in synthetic opioids. They can be incentivized because if that's what the issues that's driving everything. If they get the fentanyl under control, then everyone could just go back to business as usual. The U.S. will treat it as a law enforcement matter. They'll pretend like they're helping to take a bite out of crime. But I believe that the Mexican government can be incentivized to stop the fentanyl trade. And in particular, like Mencho's days are numbered. The 4 guys that have been identified and any other person on that list, the U.S. is going to go get them. Understand that when you remove a kingpin, all you're doing is empowering another one. When you cripple the Tijuana cartel, all you're doing is empowering Sinaloa. When you cripple the Gulf, all you're doing is empowering the Zetas. I mean, it's a dynamic that's always played out. And so if the goal, that's why I said you have to define the end state. If the goal is to stop the fentanyl, well, the Mexican government can approach, each political party can approach their narcos and say, hey, cut it out and stop the independent groups that are operating outside of the cartel structures. The crippling of the banks and the money laundering networks will break the mechanism that allows for the wealth to transfer from the duffel bags of cash that go collected in LA, send it down to Mexico, and then get surfaced into the financial system. Like I sent you schematics on one of them where last autumn, there was a cell taken down in Rosarita Beach, which is a little coastal community just 15, 20 miles south of the border. And, we grew up in Southern California. I spent much of my high school time going down to Rosarita. Can't tell you.
Yeah, I used to go there all the time.
Okay. Well,
I almost burned down the Rosarita Beach Hotel as a kid accidentally.
Yeah. And so they had a cell there that the government, that the Mexican government is characterizing it as a Zambada cell. And the U.S. Treasury Department imposed sanctions. Well, it's a cell that was taking the money generated from the Zambadas, drug trading in the United States, and then that's how they transferred it to the political class, because you had 2 very successful business people in Rosarita.
Hold on, let me get in the chat real quick. Darian, you're ridiculous. This dude can go about 24 hours without taking a break. Shout out to him. Why do you think the government against drugs for? They don't want us to make money? That's tax-free now. Who's drug dealers now? What are you talking about? His family needs a buzzer to get a word in. I like how y'all think he's dead. What do you like about it, bro? Explain it to us. Explain what you like about it. Shout out Velez. When you having Pierre on, Shy? Maybe one of these days. We shall see. Shout out Pierre. He is giving the outline of the disruptors that could be thrown in to achieve what the U.S. government says they want to achieve. You know what I mean? Again, who's going to listen to him? That we have yet to see.
And the third main person in the conspiracy was a political figure from the Morena political party. Like, she's been sanctioned along with the 2 legitimate businessmen. Like, these guys aren't traffickers. They're money launderers. And so one of the businessmen owned, there's 15 companies in Rosarita that have been identified, all of them sanctioned. And one of the businessmen owned like multiple restaurants, beach bars, and a few nightclubs. Well, as you're familiar, it's American tourists down there partying, kids on weekends, and during the summer, it's just all Americans, essentially. Well, if you have American tourists, they're spending dollars. We had the conversation during an earlier episode where I explained how you surface money through fictitious sales, phantom sales of alcohol. Well, if you've got 5 beach bars, 2 nightclubs, and 3 restaurants, on paper, it's filled every night with Americans buying drinks. So that means the manager for each restaurant or the nightclub manager can go to the bank and deposit $15,000 today, $18,000 tomorrow, $25,000 the next day. No one's going to be suspicious because it's American tourists spending American dollars in Mexico. Well, this cell was taking the proceeds generated from Zambada And you can see they got the schematics where it says the money's going from LA to an operation in Guadalajara to the operation in Rosarito. So now once the money gets surfaced into the financial system through the restaurants, nightclubs, bars, now the money can get transferred to the political class. Like the politicians don't take duffel bags of cash.
Hey, man, that bank man did though in the movie Scarface, push it to the limit. Yeah, man, remember that shit? Do they really want to achieve that? Probably not, my friend. Probably not. Because if they did, go holler at fucking Pierre, man. Pierre done broke down every thing. He broke down the tunnels. You want to stop the tunnels? We can stop the tunnels tomorrow. That's how you do it. Huh? You want to shut down the synthetics? Boom. Breakdown. Here's a breakdown. Stop the money. Let's take Jay's idea of stopping the trucks on the way in. On the way into Mexico. You know, all of that. You put all those things together. These guys gave the answers. Do they really want to achieve that? Probably not. Probably not. If y'all knew the truth, who's a real big-time drug dealer in Mexico? He released a what? Yo, you got to relax, bro. You telling us how we don't know shit. We don't know the truth. But you got to slow your thumbs down. He loves coming on the news a lot. What? He released a chapis? What the fuck is a chapis, man? If y'all knew the truth, who's a real big-time drug dealer in Mexico? He released a chapis. He loved coming on the news a lot. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. Shout out for getting us to that 70 likes. Appreciate you. Bro, Pure Art, stop pushing fake narratives. That Snapchat girl, that's bullshit. That's a bullshit story. It was a bullshit phone call. Pure Art. It was an AI phone call. Is that what you're talking about? Now, I know you don't come here for no reason. You come here to get the information. We letting you know that was an AI phone call. Who's the owner of Snapchat? We need to question Snapchat owner and CEO. No, you wildin'. They done implicated that girl just because the internet wanted to throw her name out there. This is the internet. They're lying to you all day long. And if you're not combing through your what you scrolling through and paying close attention, they will fool you, and you will in conversation run into a motherfucker like me that ain't trying to hear that shit. You know? Why? Because the internet's on bullshit. They lying. Yes, Pure Art. That phone call is not even real. All right, shout out 323G on the check-in. Appreciate you. And here's the thing. We think it's just funny. This shit affects people's lives. To be mentioned and thrown in discernment. There you go, discern. To be thrown in the mix with some stories that ain't got shit to do with you. It's crazy. It's crazy.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Snapchat got the story. I'll look into it. What you're saying, Shai. All you gotta do is get in the Discord. We done looked into it. We called bullshit.
Bullshit. Mm-hmm.
We're pretty cold at calling that shit out. Shout out to the politicians. Don't take duffel bags of cash, all right? Pierre on their ass. He's like, listen, we can figure this out.
The narcos use Chinese organized crime to surface their capital. The political class don't use Chinese organized crime. They've had 50 years of money laundering networks created in Guadalajara that are operational. Now, the U.S. government, for the first time, is targeting those networks. And so with respect to this particular one, if you see the sanctions notice, it's like, look, a gentleman named Gonzalez, he owns the bars and restaurants and stuff, responsible for laundering millions of dollars worth of Zambada cash through the bars and restaurants and nightclubs into the Mexican financial system. The Morena political party, that official provides the cover and is involved on the real estate side of the equation, because once the money gets into the financial system, now you still got to get it to the Mexican senator, you got to get it to the Mexican general, you got to get it to the Mexican congresswoman. Well, that capital now goes from the banks and it'll get used to pay off a loan to an offshore company in Panama or to an offshore company in Uruguay. And so then that money will get loaned to a private, the Panamanian money gets loaned to a private equity group in Uruguay. They loan the money to a private equity group in the Dominican Republic. And then the Dominican Republic group will loan the money to a business in Mexico that is going to buy a parcel of land in Rosarita to build a subdivision of 180 homes. Well, the owner of that company...
See, and motherfucking Velez living there right now. Living in one of them subdivisions right now. Jeez. You can clearly tell they used the voice audio of when he scolded that cop and switched the wording to say it was a female. It's just bullshit. If they can't claim the reward, I know that's a fact.
It happens to be the
I don't believe in those rewards. Those rewards are fucking unicorns.
Mexican senator's wife.
Well, listen. Pierre broke that shit the fuck down. Right? Now, I thought it was a video explaining his explanation or explaining
from the drug trade.
His what's it called? His let me check out his channel real quick though. His prediction, right? But this was just the full video of his prediction. Now, it's a prediction, you know. It's a prediction, but he said the other one's gonna get hit too. So I think that's just down the pipeline. It's happening, but he is locked in. He knows what the fuck he's talking about. He studies the shit, and he said we'll take down the tunnels, all of that shit. All right, I'm already subscribed. See if we got anything new here. It was inevitable. Romantic partner was a lady in her 50s from the official story. A romantic partner doesn't mean that specific girl. Call Google and tell them, Shy. Yeah? I could give you some time to go fucking call Google and ask them about it, you know what I'm saying? Put them in a fucking bench, Mike. I mean, if you really want the time, if you really want to look it up, don't ever send me to look it up. I know what I'm talking about. All right? Romantic partner doesn't mean the Snapchat girl. I honestly thought Ivan would be captured before Mencho. Crazy how things turned out. I'm telling you, man. You know, this is one of those things. It's like that TV show that hits you with the curveballs all the time. What's the bigger curveball? What is the most unlikely? What is more unlikely? Maybe we need a poll. What was, and I'm not saying right now because we know what happened to both of them. But let's talk 2 years ago, 3 years ago. What was more unlikely? Okay? What was more... See, that's very vague the way I'm questioning it. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I could do that. What was... How do I word this? Okay, I got you. More unbelievable three years ago. Mencho being killed or Mayo being captured. Hit it. Get your votes in. What I'm trying to say is the former president of Mexico, he's a big-time drug dealer. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Who you talking about, though? AMLO? AMLO's a big-time drug dealer? All right. Salutes. Appreciate you, thing of ours. Get your votes in. 100% say Mayo being captured so far. All right, we 50-50. We 67-33. All right, get your votes in. Get your votes in. Pierre said, you stop these politicians' money, it's a wrap. You got them. You in. Salutes to whoever took their like back. Salutes to whoever added to it. There's one person that hits the dislike on every video. One, for sure. But he watches every one. Just keep watching. Crazy. All right, let's go to this Discord real quick. My being captured 100%. Dude was a ghost and had all the pull. And he got his little hat on and shit.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Damn, I wish I still had that. I gotta put that gift back in here. I need that shit. Let's see what this poll looking like. 10 votes. 90% say Mayo being captured. Yeah, it was more likely, right? CEO of Google has more pull. Not right now. Not over you, than me. I just put you in the fucking
Put him in the fucking bench, man.
I run this city. Not like Diddy. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. But again, like EC said, man, shit's crazy how things have turned out. Crazy. Unlikely scenarios. Hold on, let me make sure I catch this. Unlikely scenarios. The sheriff of Riverside is on the take, or Charlie from Hell's Angels runs product flow on the interstates. Oh, shit. Which gift? The gift of the fucking Kurt Angle gift. No, not the Kurt Angle gift. The Ron Jeremy swinging on the wrecking ball with the wrecking ball song.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
For whenever the nut huggers come in and shit. There's a story out that Mayo believed he was taking a trip to assist in choosing a college president. I think Mayo was the top man. Every time I see y'all write Mayo, I keep thinking Mencho because it's been nonstop Mencho news all week. And I thought you were being funny. The story is that Mayo believed he was taken to a trip to assist in choosing the college president. Yeah, you got to check out our breakdowns of all of that. I think Mayo was the top man. Yeah, he thought he was quelling a beef between El Rocha, and we ain't seen El Rocha.
Oye, ¿y el Rocha? ¿Y el Rocha? Bueno, ¿y el Rocha?
Oh man, put him in the bathroom. He's asking for it today. He's gonna get that little 5-minute tap. Shout out OT. Just saw some shit from a journalist about Mencho selling babies to Epstein and organs to politicians. IG bullshit.
Bullshit.
We went through a whole make sure you catch the replay of this live stream. We went through a whole video of that and just saw the blatant bullshit that it was. So much. It's the people are inundated. It's never been anything like it. We were always getting lied to by the people in power, but now you're getting lied to by bums in their drawers. You know what I'm saying? Making videos before they brush their teeth. Crazy. This Rocha. Big June want to put him in the bathroom. That's funny. Crazy. It's crazy how there are court statements that Rocha was set to meet with drug lords and he is still the governor of the state. Boy. Even when the people, who may or may have not been paid, Try to throw a couch through his wall. You know what I mean? They try to get him out of there by force, by hook or by crook. But that guy, you don't see him. He goes, the last time, anybody seen him, Velez saw him getting a haircut.
Oye, y el Rocha. Y el Rocha. Bueno, y el Rocha.
Velez be in them spots. You know what I mean? Be in them spots. Rocha been real quiet. Boy, ni lo ha visto en pintura. I ain't seen him in print, in paint. I ain't seen him nowhere. Nothing to see here. Now, when the president says there's nothing to see here, she means Rocha too.
Oye, y el Rocha. Y el Rocha. Bueno, y el Rocha.
If you haven't hit that like button, let's get to 75, man. Why not, man? We had a maybe Monday, on Mondays, maybe we do a stream, maybe we don't. Fridays is pretty consistent, very rare. I don't think I've missed a Friday in over a year, maybe 2. And if I missed it, I made it up. But I don't think I've done it in the last year or 2. I think I've done my live streams even while traveling. So salute to all the new people. I appreciate y'all. Let's see if we got something to give away around here. What do we got? Let's give away some memberships. Hopefully some people that be in the chat actually get them, but I doubt it because YouTube be on that bullshit. It should go to the people that are in the chat constantly, but we'll see. We're going to give away 5 right now. Let's do it. It's the second of the month, third of the month.
Get your hands up! 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 Get your hands up!
Boom. Let's see what we got. Shout out Zebs. That's Zaya and Peb's channel. Salutes to them. And that's the only ones that I recognize. Shout out Jigga Man, Mike, Crypto Zoo, OG Boosted, all right? I ain't never seen y'all in the chat. I've seen Zebs in the chat. Salutes to Zebs. But I ain't never seen y'all in the chat, all right? So hopefully this membership will bring y'all to the chat again. We have been supposed to have a new episode of Cartel with 2 L's, The Tell, but this Mencho shit has been eating up the news cycle, so I'm a one-man show, but I will be getting to it ASAP. Did Rocha turn out to be undercover agent? He's an overcover cartel guy.
Jonathan Pantria sent $2 hashtag Lil Michoacan is right hashtag always said Mencho would probably go out in a fight hashtag Mayo had been out so long I thought he would die an old man somewhere hashtag justice fought Q and hashtag you wild and wanting that weird image hashtag someone find Robin hashtag bitch ass Michael Franz essay covered Mencho hashtag 500,000 views hashtag king me.
Shout out JP for the $2 power chat. Little Michoacan is right. I always said Mencho would probably go out in a fight. Indeed you did. Mayo had been hiding out so long, I thought he would die an old man somewhere. Well, did you vote, though? What was your vote? Justice for Quinn. Agreed. All right. Quinn was one of the men. The person that he was there to quell, Mayo was there to quell the beef between him and Rocha. And he was killed during that snatching. You wildin' wanting that image. That image is necessary sometimes, JP. Sometimes they come in here swinging, man. I mean, someone find Robin. Robin was here earlier. Bitch ass Michael Frances covered Mencho. Everybody's covered Mencho. All of these streamers that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, from academics to that Dean kid that was getting slapped up, to this one and that one, everybody. Then it's like, it just sounds crazy. Half a million views, king me. 500,000 views for Michael Francis. King me. Salute JP. Don't worry, the U.S. not far behind. There's currently a president that has 34 felonies and a lot of allegations. And instead, he want to blow up shit. 34 felonies ain't shit. I think the last Friday you missed, I can't remember, was 2 years ago. Yeah, it has to have been at least 2 years since I missed a Friday. And Mencho should be living today. Congratulations, Zebs. JP funny as hell. Salutes JP. What you say fuck me for? Question, do you think the president of Mexico went to Sinaloa, talked to Rocha to turn on someone in Sinaloa? Los Chapitos de los Mayos. Achilles, when did she go? She went recently? Last couple of days, right? I think I saw something. Again, I've been inundated, right? The usual suspects have been inundated. The information, good and bad, real and fake, is just coming from everywhere. But yeah, when did she do that? She did that recently? Shit. Listen, they're out of pocket if they got to go have a meeting like that in person in Sinaloa when they know everybody going to see that shit. Pierre, I don't know if you're being funny or not, but rest in peace, your dad. Yeah, Simba was in Sinaloa this past weekend. Oh, shit, I party. I party. Somebody was partying, huh? No shit. Serious, my dad died. That's why we went. Well, salutes. Rest in peace to your old man. See what happens when you cry wolf in the motherfucking chat? Create doubt. Shout out to the 5 new members. Mexico is hella poor. It's real. It's more real than Sinaloa. That's just now we're gonna have. We don't need to fight. She needs a big narrative. Wonder what she's doing there. Didn't her predecessor go visit Chapo's mom and shit? Maybe she's in Sinaloa begging for peace, huh? Now, let me read your question again now that I know she went this weekend. Question, do you think President of Mexico went to Sinaloa, talked to Rocha to turn on someone in Sinaloa? Los Chapitos de los Mayos? I don't know. I can't say. I don't know. If she saw Rocha, didn't see Rocha, maybe she went to see Ivan. I don't know. What do we know? Chamba went to Mazatlán in Culiacán. Cruz said, I'm just a girl. I can't vote in your polls without asking my husband, and he don't know his Occidental from Oriental. If I ran for president, he'd be incensed. You lost me. Shout out to the crew. Just a girl. I can't vote in your polls without asking my husband. Okay. Did you ask? What did he say? Did he give you permission to vote in my poll? And he don't know his Occidental from his Oriental. If I ran for president, he'd be incensed. Okay. Salutes. Hit that like button if you ever yet to do so. At this point, we chilling. We covered a bunch of shit. We're going to look through a couple of other things. There's too many theories, bro. Too many theories of, was Mencho a U.S. operative for the CIA all these years? The Mencho Epstein shit. It's just too much. Somebody just make the movie. Didn't something else happen while she was there? I know I heard it. I can't recall what it was. Something happened to Scheinbaum while she was in Sinaloa? What happened to her? I saw her hugging some kid. And fuck Cali politics. I'm so confused at what's happening right now. Shout out to the 75 likes. Shout out to Lawrence. First beer. Done deal. Second on the come up. Exactly. Cali politics is crazy. Blah, blah, blah. Let's move to Cali politics. I come from a political ass city myself. Let's see what's up with this poll. 19 votes. Get your votes in. Shout out to the replay gang. I missed all the good information. Salutes. You know where it's at. What was more unbelievable 3 years ago? Mencho being killed or Mayo being captured? 21% say Mencho being killed. 79% say Mayo being captured. All right. Get your votes in. I'm about to end that poll. That shit is funny though, Sam. Shout out Sam. Zoraida, I just saw some videos where people were making fun of her, the president, Bomb, because she was traveling in Culiacan with so much security. Bomb always likes to say, everything's fine. Why you need all this security for, lady? Huh? You gotta relax. You gotta relax, lady. There's nothing happening. You don't need all that security. What are you doing?
No,
Fucked up, man.
No, mommy's wake.
She gotta relax. She gotta relax. You're not gonna take your ass to Sinaloa, lady, with all that security. Nothing's happening. Does she not acknowledge there's a whole war going on? It's a war going on outside no man is safe from. Shout out JP, Shy. You my nigga. I always vote. Even when I don't know what I'm voting for. Coño, man. Salutes to you. I don't know if you're behind on the live, though, but I was just curious what your vote was, because you said both things. You said, in your power chat, you said, always said Mencho would go out in a fight. And then you also said Mayo had been out so long, thought he would die somewhere, as an old man. Both of those things are, you got to pick one. I was just wondering which one you picked. It's crazy. I didn't see that, pero sí, no pasa nada, nothing's happening, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, except my 100 security guards. Because there's nothing going on, don't worry about it, relax. Oh shit, relax. I thought you had to ask your husband for permission. Now you telling her to stay in a woman's place? What are you talking about? You see Zoraida? JP all on me, man. He trying to... He checking me at every turn, man. I'm just trying to see what was your vote, man. Which one did you choose? Security guards get killed every day for working overtime. Why is it the overtime? Let me grab my last beer. Make that money, Pierre Art.
Millions.
All right, last beer on deck. Pineapple joint. Let's see. Got to do with his face busted up. We seen that. Old girl showing up to the funeral. Kawama. See, I heard that word before. Heard that word before. We got another angle of the casket here. You can see how brillante it is. This is gold. Gold wrap on it. Y'all gonna make me brush my Spanish up. Only understand when my wife is yelling at me. Hey man, whatever works. Yeah, it's better to know. All right, I'm about to end this poll, y'all. 23% say it was more unbelievable 3 years ago that Mencho would be killed. 23% say that. And 77% say Mayo being captured. Ending the poll. Boom. Ooh, somebody got their last vote in right there. There it is. Right, 22% say Mayo being killed was more unbelievable, and 78% say Mayo being captured. Damn, Velez got, you know, Velez Cruz said it's too late. Velez, man, you got too many alliances, man. You gotta relax, man. All that swinging, boy. You on some Tarzan shit. Ooh. Fuck out of here. Swinging, boy. Let's see what else we got. Shout out to that OT. You'll be bilingual after a couple months if you stick around. Yeah, my shit getting better, man. Put Velez in the bathroom. Shout out JP. JP's like JP's like Richard Pryor and shit. When I was growing up, I was in all the gangs. Just go. I go to the one that was winning. No, mama's put in a fucking bedroom. Could you imagine pure art with a wrench? Violence. Just on a regular basis. Just walk in and just clap somebody just cuz. You erratic, man. They trust you for security, pure art. I expect more from you. You're trusted to protect some shit. Meanwhile, if I gave you a wrench, you just walk in here and just crack a motherfucker just cuz. He's alright. He been asking for trouble. He got the day off today to come in here and talk his shit. And he's the only person, him and Miguel Lopez. Miguel Lopez gets away with a lot, but he's trusted with a wrench because Miguel Lopez still think rationally. Pure art, he shoot first, ask questions last. Right? Even Tere had to get her anger management on, you know. And one day she might have a lapse. It happens. You know? So what's next? So are we doing another poll of who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next to be captured or killed? I don't know. Now here's the question. Or turn themselves in. I'm going to add turn themselves in. Or does that go with captured? We're gonna add turn themselves in. Who should be on here? Ivan, Alfredo, Chapo Isidro, Músico, come on, I can't add no more? I don't think I can add no more. Damn, did me dirty. Can I add some more? Can't add no more? Greedy as fuck. Alright, we'll start with those four. I was gonna throw Guano on there. I was gonna throw... Who else goes on there? We could even put El Tres in there. Right? He done moved up in the pecking order, no? Pierre is fucking stupid. I'm ice with a wrench. You wildin'. Violence ain't even begin to describe what he do. It'd be a massacre. Shy, you should get swinging as a drop. I ain't no pancake. Loyalty over royalty. Only one gang for me. La jodiste, güey. Lo cagó el gallo.
Yo vivo tranquila con los pelos cagó el gallo. Cállate, hijo,
Juice Sportsbook. What Epstein file? What does that mean? That's it? You just come in here and blurt that shit out? That's it? That's all you got? I expect better. PR can't get a wrench. You're a wild card, my dude. Sorry, but not sorry. So I don't want to fix all those problems. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. We have to chilling with the chat section of the show. Miss me with the bullshit.
Bullshit.
Ice with a wrench is crazy. So he said he's ice with a wrench. There's a theory going around that supposedly says that the Chapitos gave up Mencho's location. I saw that one too. We got it right here. Again, it's so much bullshit out there.
Bullshit.
OT, you asked about the Epstein shit. Here it is. I'll play it again. It's complete and utter horse shit. Look. Oh, they took it. They put it on private. We put them on blast. They put it on private. Look. They got but guess what? I already got it. I already showed what it looked like. We're going to make a short out of that. How people are fucking lying to you on the internet. Shout out JP. The incredible smut thrown my way is appalling. What the fuck did I do now? Why you say fuck me for? What I do now? Spalding. Bars. We definitely not covering the exploding pages now. Fuck ice. We're going to cover the exploding pages, JP. JP, where are we going to put it? You tell me what channel that's going to go on, though. That isn't going to ruin the channel. Hey, Juice Sportsbook, since you wanted to come here and produce my show and just yell out shit, right? Don't nobody want to see no pedophile swing more than me. All right? I want to see him swing. Okay? Legally. By the Constitution. Right? Whatever works. But fake news is fake news. The connection between Mencho and that doesn't exist. Now, that's what we're talking about here. You want to come in here, you want me to talk about what you want me to talk about. Meanwhile, you're the only one here for that. You know? Go get 100,000 other people to bring their ass over here, we'll talk about it. Otherwise, miss me with your bullshit and go get your fucking shine box.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
The exploding pages, JP, never gonna happen. Man, fuck what y'all tell. Where's it gonna go? Y'all tell me where it goes and we'll make it happen. Not a hat. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, Velez, but you swinging, man. I came in like a wrecking ball. Whenever y'all hear that soundbite, that means somebody is nut hugging in the chat, all right? Let's drop HG's nut hugging emoji combination, all right? The nut hugging emoji in the building. All right? That's what it means when you hear that shit. JP, Zoraida, mi amiga, I second your motion. What was her motion? What'd she say? Oh, no wrench, no no wrench for Pierre. I believe the Guzman brothers will have to get captured. Musico will get backdoored by Chapo Isidro. That's crazy. Shout out to Sobrino on the check-in. Wonder, you think they'll get taken alive? Right now, Ivan and Chapo Isidro are at a tie. Make a short of that shit, then. I don't know what the fuck. Velez, you gotta slow the fuck down, man. Put down the bolsita. Stop hitting the botoncito. And slow down. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Oh, make a short of that shit. Then shit. Huh? If they put it on private, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm gonna be able to watch that video when I replay, right? Yep. It's on my shit. And guess what? They better get their fake ass out of here with that bullshit. I should be able to broadcast that without no problems, but it's here. It's on the replay game. Hashtag, you said if I was in a gang, I would be in all of them. I didn't say you. I was talking about Velez. You see, now you putting smut on my motherfucking name. You better relax, bro.
Go home and get your fucking shine box.
Before I put you in the...
Put him in a fucking bench, Mike.
How dare you? How dare you put all that smut on my name? Velez needs to be in the bathroom.
Wealthamind just subscribed on YouTube.
Velez just hit somebody in the head. Hold on. Who was that? Where is it? I don't even see it. Whoever that was, salutes to your subscription. I appreciate you. I lost that shit in the shuffle. Because Velez clapped the shit out of Pure Art. I don't know how long he gave him, but... 24. You gave him 24 hours? That's a little harsh, fam. He said go to community, and then he said he should put you in the bathroom, and you clapped him.
No. No, mommy's wait.
Now, Pure Art has a pure heart, and he'll be back. But how long did you give him, Velez? 24 for real? Just 1 minute? Oh, he'll be back. He don't work today. He'll be back. Like Trump on anything is dangerous. I feel like y'all are drunker than me at this point. Everybody's just, fuck! Yo, I keep getting... I don't know if this is... I gotta see. I got like 3 auditions that came in while we've been sitting here, and they stalking me for a response. Hold on a second. What's this? Okay. Alright, got that one. And what the fuck is this? Okay, this is something different. I'll take that one too. Let's get it. Alright. But y'all gotta let me do my shit. Why'd you clap him? Because he kept threatening to put him in the bathroom. He's back. He's back. I think the Chapitos will turn themselves in, and the next to be captured is someone like Chapo Isidro. Let's see what this poll is about. Well, we still hit this poll. We still tied between Ivan and Chapo Isidro. All right, 36% for Ivan, 21% for Alfredo, 36% for Chapo Isidro, 7% for Musico. Jonathan, no, he was trying to give Velez clap. You give the cartel members a wrench, but not me, a security guard. What the fuck, Shy? Yo, Pure Art's off his motherfucking square, boy. You what she call you? What I call you? You not a loose cannon. She called you something else. You a wild card. Shout out to everybody that bounced. I appreciate y'all for sticking around as long as you did. Salute to the 75 that hit that like button. If you have yet to hit the like button, please do. Your boy's going to finish this beer and kick rocks because there's more editing to do, more work to do, and tomorrow's another day. It's 11 where I'm at, and we've been here 3 hours. As a matter of fact, let me turn this bar off. Where is it at? Right there. And right there. Troublesome. Good song. So with this poll, we still tied up, bro? This a deadlock between Ivan and Chapo Isidro. Deadlock with 14 votes. Shout out OT. What's the biz with Alfredo? I don't know. I don't know shit, but he looked like he's ready to fold in pictures. I feel like he's the real ghost. You know what I'm saying? He's the one nobody talks about. You don't hear shit about him. You don't hear they almost got him. You don't hear shit. Now, was he with Ivan when they caught them? When they snatched them up? Didn't they snatch them up somewhere? Which brother was with him? Barely 9 p.m. in the West Coast. 10 and 4 minutes. Velez is off his motherfucking square today too, man. I don't know what's wrong with that guy. We know what El Chapo sounds like. Do you think we'll ever hear recordings of Mayo speaking? There gotta be something, right? Somebody had to get him. They probably waiting to release that shit until they see who won this war or not. If the old man stays alive or not. Sorry. Shout out Ivy. I had to tie break just because I don't like hearing stories about Ivan's in jail. Shout out Ivy. Yeah. He didn't. Ivy just locked up Chapo Isidro for the time being. Although I wouldn't lose much sleep over this one. Nah, don't bother. I think Ivan and Alfredo were both kidnapped by CJ. So it was both of them, right? Other than that, man, you don't hear shit about Alfredo. Now, the most recent pictures I've seen are the images that we saw from that Crux X channel or X page that had them talking. And who knows, it could have been 5-10 years ago, maybe more than that. So we don't get to see these guys but every 10-15 years. Shout out Pierre, salutes. They said he never talked on phones, but they somebody had to have recorded him on a radio. Somebody had to do something. Shout out JP. JP on the he gonna go back in his ghillie suit, back in the bushes and shit. Shout out JP. Shot, thanks for another great live, my brother. May God bless the El Cartel members in chat. Like and subscribe to the great quality content. It's free. Don't cost you a damn thing. Buenos nachos. God bless y'all. JP Velez said, you tapping out? Te estamos velando. You tap. Tippity tap. Tapping out. Shout out JP. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Have a good night. And Mencho kill Ivan and kill El Maito Flock. And Mencho kill... relax. You just got me speaking nonsense. I didn't even notice it was you. I gotta skip a lot of Pure Arts comments don't make it to the screen because I'm letting him be him. The ones that make sense do though. Is Mencho the biggest drug kingpin of all time? No. And that's an arguable statement for a lot of guys. A lot of people put a lot of people in that, not a lot, but, you know, a small group at the top. Do you think the Mexican government is on the side of Maito Flaco? They seem to only target Ivan now. See, man, I feel like it's been smooth sailing for Maito Flaco. But again, we're reading the trader. And in the trader, the list of well-curated connections that his father made over 50 years and was paying to keep nourished. There's still a couple of those in the tuck. He got them in the tuck. Shout out Velez. Them motherfuckers are rare when they make it to the screen. Rare as shit, boy. Shout out to Pure Art. Every now and then he get one up there. Sometimes he fools me into one, you know? Sometimes he fools me. Sometimes the joke's on me. Velez said, hell no, Darian. No, man. The news is gonna tell you. If you listen to the news, they'll tell you Ryan Wedding was the biggest ever, the GOAT. El Mero Mero, all of the fucking names he gave himself. How many names did he have? Velez? Like 17 million. So that I can't wait till when you're on Replay Gang and you see that bullshit AI video that they try to connect the whole Mencho shit to the Epstein shit. And it's just so fake, right? And it's obviously fake if you pay enough attention. You know how many people are not going to pay attention? Millions. Millions! Millions of people are not going to pay attention. They're going to go have conversations about how there's a connection there. It's disgusting where we're at right now. Nobody else is calling that shit out. Everybody else's channel is letting everybody lie on their shit. We trying to call everything out. I don't believe you, even if it's true. Fuck you. It's too much, bro. It's too much. Every theory, bro. Anything that anybody thinks about, boom, it's on the table. Too much fucking information.
Too much information and shit.
Too much fucking information. Pierre, you a fast typing motherfucker, man. Pierre, Il Cartel got mad appreciation for you too. We know your wild ass rambles. We understand Pure Art now. Yeah, that's it. You just gotta understand them. You gotta let them fly. He gonna say, and every now and then when he says some real outrageous shit, we gotta put him in the fucking bench. He'll be back. He won't be mad about it like some other guys we know. And he'll be all right. Oh, speech to type. No wonder you're using technology against us, huh, motherfucker? All right? He speech to texting on our ass real quick. That's what it is. Gotta find a setting and turn that motherfucker off. Let's see, who's this fucking guy right here? Raw Culture Media. Okay, I follow them. Let's see this bullshit. El Mencho allegedly. I could say allegedly over anything and put it out as a story, and I should. Right? Why shouldn't I play their bullshit game, huh? You guys tell me why. Fuck this real shit. This real shit don't make no money. If I woke up today and just started bullshitting.
Bullshit.
We take over the whole fucking thing. Right? Oh, yeah. You did comment on his finger. Exactly, yeah. So that's the video that they took down. That video of him, his finger disappearing. Shout out Zoraida. So I left, and what I think was the beginning of that, I left when they were looking at the guy's finger. So that video, they've taken that down. They've taken that down. Luckily, we got to it. News reports are claiming and Mencho's fall wasn't because of his inner circle or his partner, who was in her 50s, pure art, not the Snapchat girl, according to the official story. New reports are claiming that Mencho's fall wasn't because of his inner circle or his partner, but allegedly the result of information handed over by Los Chapitos in exchange for benefits with U.S. authorities. You get a deal, you get a deal, you get a deal, right? According to intelligence analysis cited in the report, aka
too much information and shit.
Too much fucking information and shit. Right? Sensitive movement data may have been shared. Internal logistics and medical supply trails may have exposed his locations. I will say this. And shout out to Pink in the comments. She was in the comments. I don't know if Pink is a man or a woman. I'm going to say a she. Pink was in the comments and said, was that medication in the freezer? And I said, I didn't pay attention hard enough to see if it was. I was looking for medication in the drawers. She went and said there was medication in the freezer. The Tapalpa cabin reportedly showed signs of specialized medical treatment. Figures like El Jardinero are being named as key connectors. None of that shit means nothing. If this version is accurate, this wasn't just surveillance, this was calculated betrayal, and now the four letters power structure could shift towards figures like El Tres or other high-ranking operators. But remember, these are investigative claims and intelligence-based hypothesis. The definition of hypothesis, an educated guess, aka
too much information and shit.
Too much information and shit. The real question is, was this strategy, survival, or the beginning of a bigger cartel realignment? Let me know what you think below. Let me tell you something. If the Chapitos pulled this off, if everything that everybody ever said was true, they are the most ingenious, fucking crazy level of intelligence villains that ever existed. Real shit. But I don't know it to be true. Maybe. They were in an alliance, right? Those Carteles Unidos or whatever the fuck. I just made that up. Well, they were in an alliance. I just made up the name. Fuck it. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But that's just another theory. Nobody knows that to be true. If Ryan Wedding talks, I believe whoever he was under will get snatched next. His case has too much attention on it. What's crazy is all the theories we threw out about who cracked that case, and at the end of the day, it was Andrew Clark. Another story we haven't gotten to because the news cycle has been hijacked. Easily would have our 24-hour stream if you were spreading misinformation. Oh my goodness. What? JP would be getting his Incredible Hulks. It'd be a party in this bitch. King Chaz would be in this motherfucker. Oso, Suso would be getting fucked up. 100 stack. Don't play that shot. Keep smoking. Keep smoking that gas and spreading truth. I mean, according to the motherfuckers in the comments, I be talking bullshit. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, but most of them say, "Hey, good job, bro." So, salute to them. But yeah, if I was talking bullshit, 100K plaque tomorrow. Yeah, that's the video replay game. Of course, that's what happened. Absolutely. Don't think he was directly under anyone to have enough info to get them arrested. I mean, he could get whoever was handing whatever to him, whoever he was dealing with. That's it. Shout out Big Jew. Now it makes sense. If your name is known, you're cooked either way. What you mean? If you're a trafficker and your name is known, Like you're on the radar and you got a name. Yeah, it's a thing. They can only put a name on a list, right? They can't put like unknown. No, you gotta have a name on a list. That's exactly what she says. What I thought was kidney medication. There was definitely an oxygen tank. There was definitely an oxygen tank. Not enough money for your health, right? Not enough money for it. He was in bad shape, evidently. Somebody was in bad shape. Shout out Big Jew. I caught you. I seen it. Yeah, there was at least 2 layers beneath who he was under. Yeah, whoever he gonna give up, he can give up. He gonna make a deal. You get a deal. You get a deal. You get a deal. And you too can get a deal. Wasn't he on dialysis? I don't know. I heard things about Mayo too. I don't know if he was on dialysis. I don't know. Quite possible. There was kidney problems like that. Quite possible. I think people exaggerate the connection Ryan Whiting had with the Sinaloa cartel. I absolutely agree. I believe they blew him up to be some kind of monster that he wasn't. He's a monster that did stupid shit and got innocent people killed. But he ain't no. They try to put him up there with Chapo and miss me with the bullshit.
Bullshit.
But Shah just gave us the answer. I didn't see the ox tank. Yeah, I seen it. I remember hearing he had a hospital built or something. They probably all do, cause we just did a chapter on the Trader. Check out our playlist section and get the Trader. That's the book from Annabel Hernandez, co-written by Vicentillo Zambada and Mayo's son. And Mayo had a truck box that was made a hospital. And that's where they gave Chapo his surgery for what Luis Chaparro says is impotence. And what Minileak said is basically the same, but he said he was ODing on the little blue pills and basically needed help, and they had to hook up the bombita. That's what they said. Hey, it is what it is. Big June did it to me again. I missed that one, though. Shout out OT, health over everything, indeed. As I shut down my sugar-free hard Mountain Dew, 5% alcohol by volume. Shout out JP. I'm going to go wake his ass up. I'm going to drop a gif on his ass. Wake his ass up. Put some smut on his name. Swedish penis pumps and dialysis are Kingpin staples. He said in that book that man walked around with a box of them shits. And that he was just a sex addict. Well, amongst other things, because we know he had a 15-year-old girlfriend. I heard it from her mouth. Miss me with the
bullshit.
Shout out Lawrence, second beer, done. I cumplido mi condena. I've served my sentence. I appreciate you. Thank you for the donos. Salutes. Chopper should have tried hymns. What is it? Organic? It was the box the twins gave him. You think so? Did they give him a box? I heard that before. Somebody said, didn't the twins give him a box? I don't remember. I remember something to the effect of a prank gift, but I don't remember exactly what it was. Shout out El Sobrino. Yes, Andrew Clark did, but some reports say he was either with Chapos or Zambadas. If he did live over 10 years in Mexico, you'd have to be someone real valuable to be under anyone's protection. Yeah, quite possible. Money. It's all money. Millions! How are all these men not going to have some kind of organ failure? They be testing drugs 24/7. How can you smell something if you don't know it's good? I don't know that they're at that point. I think if they had any addictions, they were their addictions. It It had nothing to do with the business. It had to do with the culture, the lifestyle, you know? I don't think they're testing shit. They got guinea pigs for that. Salud Zoraida. Chapo married Emma when she just turned 18 and he was in his 50s. That's gross. Listen, it's like we spoke about on this channel when they give away turkeys. Is that a bribe or is that genuine, I want to feed the people? When these guys throw these parties for the town and everybody brings their daughters for the pageant, it's just a runway to pick and choose. It's filthy. Which is why I don't think they belong on a shirt. Which is why I don't sit here and tell lies all day. I just tell the truth. I didn't create it. I didn't make it up. I researched it. I found it. It is what it is. You mad at me? Fuck you. You never heard much of Mayo killing people. Shit. Pete, you're following the Trader book. Just in that book alone, he gave some green lights on people that may or may not have deserved to have been, killed. But I'm looking for the innocents on there, the people that weren't in the game, and I'm sure they exist. They're in there. Shout out Zoraida, OT 100, health over everything. Yes, Jay said that before as a joke. Yeah, that they gave him a box of Viagra. Joke or no joke, he used them shits. Shout out to the poll. Get your votes in. I'm about to end the poll soon. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Fuck it. Let's get to 80. Can we get to 80? We get close. Let's get close. Yes, they gave him that. Viagra's and shorts. See, I remember the shorts. It was like jean shorts or some shit. Shorts is a prank. Word to the Sopranos, all right? What did Carmine Lupitazzi tell Tony Soprano? Dons don't wear shorts, Tony. Threw away the shorts and kept the pills. Probably put on the shorts. Wore them to his next rendezvous. I didn't remember the box joke. A whole box. Is that book over yet? Not yet. Last two chapters was good. Last two chapters was what I expected the book to be. She just jammed a bunch of bullshit in the middle.
Bullshit.
Bunch of bullshit in the middle. But we're almost done. We got about 6 chapters left, maybe. So 3 or 4 episodes, something like that. I'm doing two chapters each episode. They're all roughly about an hour. All right. I'm about to end this poll. Right now, it says, who's next to be captured, killed, or turn themselves in? Ivan in the lead with 45%. Alfredo with 14% in third place. Chapo Isidro with 34% in second place. And Musico in fourth place with 7%. And then the poll. There it is. There it is. Hundreds up in the chat for y'all. We had a good stream tonight. We've been here 3 hours and 20 minutes. Let me run through the top fans list quickly. It's 46 of them. Shout out Velez, number 1. Shout out Zoraida, Sam, Ivy, Pete, JP, Big June, EC, Shannon, Darian, Pure Art, James Morton, Robert, Malcolm Howard, Corinne, I'm sorry. Shout out Germany, Corinne, salutes. My brother Oso, Tere, salutes to Tere for the information. Too much fucking information.
Too much information and shit.
Shout out Primo, OT, Miguel Lopez, Lawrence, salutes to you for the beers. I appreciate you. Shout out J-Fam, Little Michoacan. Shout out Nando. Shout out Bolas. Shout out Luca, El Sobrino, Anthony, Joe, Willie Palms, Safe Travels. Shout out Upper Echelon. Shout out 509. Shout out Al the Pal, Ravers, Mr. Joshua, BB Greasy, Borregazo, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds and the Critters, Juice Sportsbook, step your game up if you're going to come in here talking shit. Shout out Sisley. FPK Security, didn't even see him in there. Shout out Kenny, 323G, Glory Days, Moon Goddess. Salutes Raven Jefferson. Appreciate you, sis. And shout out Angel Nunez. Salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Can the twins go back to prison if someone snitched on them or their location? I don't know. I don't see. Where's the crime in there? What are you talking about? Shout out Velez. Shout out Big June. I appreciate you. Pete Never, Sam, Sobrino, OT. Shout out Ivy. Again, hundreds up for y'all. Your boy gonna go get a sandwich. Fucking sandwich. We had a good conversation today. Again, if we can get to that 80 likes before we get out of here, I'd appreciate it. If we can't, I'm good with what we got. Shout out JP. Shout out to all the donators. Everybody that bought me a beer. Shout out Velez. Shout out Lawrence, JP. Salutes. Shout out to the wrenches, the members. You know what? Let's give out 5 more. Fuck it. We're here, right? We're here. Let's do it.
Are y'all ready to party? Let's go! Get your hands up! Get your hands up! Now get your hands up! Get your hands up! Now get your hands up! Get your hands up! Now get your hands up! Woo!
If I were to be able to talk to YouTube, I'd be like, YouTube, these memberships should only go to people in the live chat. Right? Shout out to Reyes. All right. Shout out Jay Caster. I like Jay Caster getting one. Shout out Karen from Germany. Karen got a membership. So those are 2 that I recognize. Shout out to Sherlock Homie and Maria Antonetta. Salutes. Shout out to Achilles. Been great chilling with y'all. Good time. I appreciate you, Achilles. Thank you for coming through. Reports say Mini League got set up by Maito Flaco on the Fetty case. That's crazy. He only got 5 years. If we ever find out who he gave info on, we'll see who will get captured next. That's, hey, here's the thing. Anything's possible. I believe that can be absolutely true, that he got set up by them. But it could be bullshit too. We don't know. But very interesting. Very interesting. We'll see. He got 5 years. I got a couple more parts of the translation that I did of Mini League's interview with Luis Chaparro, so that'll be dropping throughout the week. We just put a pause on it for all this Mencho stuff. I might drop one tomorrow. Enjoy your salmon, Shy. I shall. Thank you. Congratulations, Karen. Salutes, Karen. Mini League must have gave some wild info to only get 5 years as a repeat offender. You get a deal. You get a deal, and you get a deal. All right? Everybody gets a deal. Shout out JP. Don't put no fucking smut on JP's name. JP, I was going to go wake your ass up with some gifts. Be like, what? Shout out, thanks for another great live, my brother. May God bless the Il Cartel members in chat. Like and subscribe to the great quality content. It's free. Buenos nachos. God bless y'all. I'm back. King me. All right? I'm back, bro. I'm taking style. Walk in like Stone Cold. Shout out Zorada. Congrats to all the new members. Majito Flaco setting up to get benefits in case he turns himself in. Ooh, Velez, you talking on your boy?
I came in like a wrecking ball.
They said deportation was on the table for many. Did they say that? Oh, we gotta talk about that. Who said that? Velez, who said that? Some motherfucker on TikTok. Who's spilling those beans, man? Hey, Saturday, Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira's Madness for the bad motherfucker title, Madness. That's Madness fight. That's a rematch. Madness fight. Madness. Chaos. I was telling Oso that Max points at the ground at the 10-second marker of the last round so that they could just scrap it out. Whether he's winning or losing, he's going to give you a chance to win. Okay? Max, I say you start doing that shit at the end of every round. At the end of every round, when the 10-second clapper goes off, you just point to the ground, put your head down, start throwing shit. But that's just me. I'm wilding, of course. But That fight's gonna be chaos. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. Salutes to y'all. Shot great live. I will be replaying. Replay gang in the building. If you missed anything, get your replay gang on. Hit all the buttons. Leave comments. I'll do all the things. Salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hundreds up in the chat. Your boy gonna go get a sandwich and some edibles. Keep me telling the truth around here, right? Cause if I told a lie, 100,000 fucking subs tomorrow. Right? But in the words of J-Rock, right? California MC J-Rock, if I could pretend, I wouldn't feel right. Shout out JP, mi querida amiga Zoraida. Estoy cansado y agotado. Mono con los ojos tapados.
Mono con los ojos tapados.
Bars. You ain't got bars. Don't act like you got bars over here. You got to relax. All right? I don't know what agotado means. Spent. I'm tired. Listen. Get you some rest. Right? Because you never know what happens tomorrow. We might be live again tomorrow. You never know. Shout out JP. All right? Gift battle. ASAP. Y el Rocha.
Oye, y el Rocha. Y el Rocha. Bueno, y el Rocha.
All right? Hit that like button on the way out. I will holler. Blessings to everyone. Have a great night. Shout out Zoraida. Hundreds up. And I will holler. Holloway gonna knock a higga out, JP says. JP, I'm hoping so. I'm thinking Holloway could land that right hand that Elliot Taporia landed on Charles and end it. I come from an era in mixed martial arts where I remember Charles being only jiu-jitsu guy that I felt would kind of quit and look for the door in a fight. But he changed over time, which is why I believe you cannot have that dog in you and then tap into that motherfucker later in your career if you focus. And I believe he did. But Max been a dog since day one, and I think Max can lay that right hand on him and end him. Vamos a ver. All right, JP? That's why you got to get your fucking rest and drink your fucking agüita and be ready because it's going down Saturday. All right? Shout out Sobrino. I think with Iran being the focus, Maito Flaco and the Chapitos are on Trump's mind right now, and maybe they're safe for a few months. Jay Flores was in here earlier and said the same thing. He said that might buy. He said a couple of weeks. He said it might buy him a couple of weeks. The way the news cycle's changing, and the way Trumpito got to keep them Epstein files out of the news, who knows? That's the part that Jay won't mention. Agotado equals exhausted. Shout out JP. I don't blame him. Look at Juice. He said Oliveira. Cool. All right. I'll take it. All right. Salutes Velez. Y'all have a good night. Shout out Big June. Blessings, everyone. Good night, folks. Good night, Pure Art. And I will holler. Peace.